A pleasant Saturday evening. I'm Rob Hipp alongside Matt Leishman. This is Gridiron Glory Football presented by SHN Sports. Tonight, it's the state championship of alumni football here in the state of Texas, Matt. It's the Georgetown Eagles versus the Hardin-Jefferson Hawks. Going to be a good one here tonight.
Should be a great game, Rob. We've seen both these teams before. We know what they're capable of, and as we've seen on social media, they're taking this very seriously. You know, they're calling it a state title game, and you know, it's going to be a good one. We've seen a lot of talent here on both sides of the ball for both teams, so it should be a good game.
Matt, I think what this is – sorry, it's a little hot there on the microphone. I think what this is going to be here is this is kind of the formation of something new. George Cox has done something great with Gridiron Glory. We're very thankful and appreciative of him. But what he is doing in the state of Texas and around with Gridiron Glory is just phenomenal. 43, this will now be the 44th game in 43 months. So he's averaging over a game a month now. The momentum's starting to pick up. And, Matt, this is going to turn into something that one day very may well be the alternative to high school football for a large group of people after football season.
Well, it gives the guys a chance to kind of continue, you know, their playing days. You know, they love getting out there and hitting hard, and we've seen all the work that George has done. Myself, I'm honored to be part of it in the past few months, and he's done a great job across the state, and it just keeps expanding. It only takes like one player, as you said, Rob, to get involved, and the ball rolls from there, and we've seen a lot of different teams form across the state of Texas.
We did have a number correction last game with the Georgetown Eagles. We were calling number 55 wrong. That was wrong on the roster. It is corrected. That is John Hodgkiss, so we'll make sure to give John the love tonight. I told him that we're going to make sure we got it right, so John, we got you out there. The double nickels back out on the gridiron tonight.
I told you they're serious about this. They want their names and everything out there.
Absolutely. Well, once again, if you want your team to get out back on the gridiron, if you have any dream of playing in alumni football, it's a great opportunity to get back out there, have fun. Check them out online. That's our friends George Cox over Gridiron Glory. You can visit them online at gridironglory.com. And Matt, we should have a pretty awesome treat at halftime as the Austin Acoustics will be here. That's the Women's League.
Yeah, new Legends Football League forming, going to play at Cedar Park Center. Rob, I was over at the hockey game on Wednesday night, and they were advertising them. They've got their schedule coming up, and an interesting brand of football for sure.
Absolutely. Well, we're just about 5 minutes until kickoff here. Again, it's going to be awesome as Marlon Lindsay from the Hardin-Jefferson Hawks will be singing the national anthem. We should have him out on video when he starts, and that's going to be at the 50-yard line, so it's going to be pretty exciting to have him out there.
Yeah, I mean, it's I know The Voice just came back on NBC. I mean, he might need to try out for that as well as alumni football.
Well, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we should be ready for the national anthem as the Hardin-Jefferson Hawks are already at the 50-yard line. The Georgetown team hasn't came out yet, but we will take a break. And when we come back, a little more analysis. The camera will be back on the field, and then we'll get set for the national anthem. Again, you're listening and watching Gridiron Glory Alumni Football tonight, presented by SHN Sports. Matt, the state championship here, the Georgetown Eagles versus JoJo Velika and the Hardin-Jefferson Hawks. This broadcast is under the direction and is copywritten by the Shoning Hip Network. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, use of sound bites and interviews, and use of any other content, including audio or video, without the direct written consent and permission by the Shoning Hip Network is strictly prohibited and protected by federal and copyright laws. All rights are reserved by the Shoning Hip Network and SHNSports.com. Welcome back to Gridiron Glory Alumni Football Championship Edition, presented by SHN Sports. Rob Hipp alongside Matt Leishman. We should be moments away here from the national anthem as, again, Marlon Lindsay from the Hardin-Jefferson Hawks will be singing the national anthem. He is just phenomenal, on fire. The dude can sing, and we'll have the camera down on them moments away whenever we're ready for that. Again, the Georgetown team still hasn't made their way onto the field yet. They're coached by Coach Travis Moore. I actually went to high school with Travis, a graduate in 2002. His father, a longtime coach there in Georgetown as well, Larry Moore. The Eagles have got a lot out tonight. Pretty big team, but the Hardin-Jefferson Hawks, don't count them out, Matt. A 4-hour drive, but they're here. They're ready to play. Both these teams are in this position because they're serious about this game.
Well, the first alumni ball game that we called together was the Hardin-Jefferson-Silsbee game over there in Sour Lake, and we'll never forget that. That was a thriller right at the very end with the kickoff return providing the winning points. But we know that Hardin-Jefferson is a very good alumni team, and I would say we're about to have the national anthem, but you need both teams out on the field before you have that. So we'll have a little delay.
And as you can see out there on the field, that is the Hardin-Jefferson Hawks. We'll go ahead and say it. They're going to be in, as you can see, their white jerseys and red pants with red numbering. You can see them out there. The Georgetown Eagles will be in their eagle blue tonight and the white numbers. So, and a good crowd making their way into the Kelly Reeves Athletic Complex here for this Gridiron Glory State Championship game. Again, if you can get out to the games, if there's one near you, we strongly encourage you to be there in person, cheer these guys on. Now the Georgetown Eagles waltzing their way onto the field, Matt.
Yeah, here come the Eagles.
Again, we are broadcasting tonight from beautiful Kelly Reeves Athletic Complex just outside of Round Rock in Austin, Texas, part of the Round Rock Independent School District. And Dwayne Wyrick, a big thanks to him. And we're going to send it over now to Marlon Lindsay for the national anthem.
We'd like to direct your attention to the 50-yard line. Hardin-Jefferson's own Marlon Lindsay will be standing at the 50-yard line to sing the national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Gentlemen, remove your hats as we honor America with the singing of the national anthem. Marlon, take it away. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly slain, and the rockets went glad, the bombs bursting in air, gave through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, save us that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Boy, what a beautiful voice on Marlon Lindsay, Matt. There's no other way to describe it. And what a treat tonight as we had Marlon Lindsay, and he's bringing the microphone back over to that far table for us. And boy, what a treat tonight by Mr. Marlon Lindsay. He is simply fantastic out there.
That's the second time I've heard him sing that, and kind of gives you chills, man. It's so good. I've heard Jesse McGuire live on his trumpet before some big Diamondback playoff games way back in the day. He was kind of their good luck charm, and he's played at Rattler games too on the trumpet. It kind of gives you the goosebumps, but man, that guy right there's got some pipes.
Well, again, Matt, of course, we want to thank our friends, George Cox, over at Gridiron Glory tonight. The Georgetown Eagles versus the Hardin-Jefferson Hawks here on Gridiron Glory Alumni Football, presented by SHN Sports. As always, Mr. George Cox, a wonderful job that he does. And folks, this is simply just going to continue growing because the way he runs this organization is right. He likes to give back to the communities they serve, and he's doing things the right way. So, again, a special shout-out to him. Also, before that national anthem, beautifully done by Marlon, we were also giving thanks to the Round Rock Independent School District here tonight for the Kelly Reeves Athletic Complex, as well as Dwayne Wyrick, the athletic director here. And, Matt, finally, do want to make sure that we thank the other sponsors from Gridiron Glory, our friends all over the network and throughout the Gridiron Glory Alumni Football League. over at Punisher Football, Sculpture Nutrition and Fitness, Lone Star Gridiron, Full Bore Sportswear, and Gridiron Heroes, the Spinal Cord Injury Foundation. So again, thanks to all those wonderful folks as well.
Yeah, thanks to them for supporting Gridiron Glory. And Rob, let's talk about the weather. We're broadcasting from outside on the upper perch here at Kelly Reeves Athletic Complex. Man, it is a beautiful night. This is a picture-perfect Central Texas night. About 70 degrees.
71 degrees out there. Winds only at 5 miles an hour. No precipitation whatsoever. And Matt, as you just said, a beautiful night. You couldn't have asked for a better night.
No, it's beautiful out here. And Rob, we see Georgetown wins the toss and defers, so they will receive the ball first. In the second half, we will see Hardin-Jefferson's offense first.
Are you ready?
So here we go, folks. This is the championship game in third place, finishing here in this tournament. Earlier today was the Hayes Rebels as they defeated Granger. So this is for number 1 and number 2. There will be a championship trophy presented at the end of this one, and Matt again will be down there at the center part of the field to be there live as that's presented as well. It's going to be a fun night of football. Again, thanks for joining us here. Gridiron Glory Alumni Football presented by SHN Sports.
And as I glance down the Hardin-Jefferson roster, I see a lot of familiar names from the first game we broadcast. Christy Armand, of course, JoJo Velika.
Thought Georgetown had a player named Fresh Hour last time.
Yeah. We wonder if maybe that was an autocorrect error.
Yeah.
Because we said it was the freshest hour.
Yeah, Joseph, and again, we beg your pardon on the roster here. We're looking number 66. I believe that's Joseph Fresh Hour. So we'll try to get confirmation on that a little bit later tonight.
A little Googling.
We'll just call you Fresh. How about that? We'll say Fresh, so that way we got at least the first half right.
And Rob, it looks like this Hardin-Jefferson roster has been supplemented quite a bit since we were over there at Sour Lake.
JoJo Velika, he wanted people to quit knowing how young he was, so he took his alumni year off of. And
how
also,
young?
Yeah, and his brother as well out there, Matt Velika, no year for that as well. So it's going to be a fun one here. Georgetown set to kick off here from right to left, as you can see it. Number 9, Gino Baker. He is the 2011 alum for the Georgetown Eagles. And the Hardin-Jefferson Hawks are ready to receive this one. They have been talking, both these teams have been talking a big game for the past 2 weeks. And so we're excited about this one here tonight. It's going to be a fun one, Matt.
Rob, you got Dennis Moore, Kennebrew, and Michael Warnell back there in a 3-man formation to receive for the Hawks. About to get this one underway.
Again, Gino Baker set to kick off from the 40-yard line for the Georgetown Eagles. 3 back, as Matt said, for the Hardin-Jefferson Hawks set back to receive. The hands up.
Waiting on the officials.
A good crowd made their way in here for this one tonight.
Waiting for the acoustic girls to get to the far side of the field there. I believe that's them.
The kickoff underway. Gino Baker, a low kick, and that's going to be an illegal procedure to start things off as that ball goes out of bounds around the 20-yard line, Matt.
Yeah, not to start. Georgetown wanted right there. A penalty right out of the box. And, Gino's not happy with himself on that one. So, the Hawks take over. Let's check the field position.
Officials here trying to move it up. They're standing at the 30 right now,
Yep.
The line judge, and that is where they'll place the ball. So Hardin-Jefferson will start out here in between the hash marks, first down and 10 on their own 30-yard line. And JoJo Velika should be in at quarterback. Number 11 out there with the white helmet on.
There he is.
The man with the plan.
Man, team organizer, quarterback, probably bus driver, who knows?
Dr. Ignorer. He's out there playing. We talked to JoJo once. He's like, I said, man, should you be playing out here? He said,
he's taken some punishment over the years.
He said, I love football. I'm going to get out here and play no matter what.
That's a good description.
And that's when you know you got hard for the game. Hardin-Jefferson breaks out of the huddle here on the near side. It's going to be Chris Armand. We've called his name quite a bit over this alumni season. Out on the far side is Steve Bell. Velika in shotgun, has a back offset, trips up top to the left, and now a delay of game, I believe, is going to be the penalty. That's going to set the Hawks back 5 yards. Not a good start for either team here.
Yeah, it took a while getting out of that offensive formation, so now the Hawks will start with a 1st and 15.
First down and 15, Velika and shotgun, same formation, trips up top to the left, one receiver down, and now Hardin-Jefferson moves again. This time flinching was Chris
Rito.
That was Chris Rito there, and that's going to set him back 10 more. It's going to be first down and 20 on the 20-yard line.
I know the dough part there. I'm not sure where you put the emphasis. Rob, that is fresh hour right here for Georgetown.
It is fresh hour. We got the update. Velika, shotgun. The handoff to his back on the near side, drops the ball on the ground, and luckily Hardin-Jefferson able to come up with it, I believe, falling on the ball to Chris DeArmond. So, boy, it took a lucky bounce right there. Georgetown was all over it. The nest of Eagles coming after it, Matt.
Yeah, a little bit of a sloppy start to this ball game, and the Hawks find themselves behind the chains now, 2nd and long.
The ball on the near side hash mark, 2nd down and 19 after that play. So both teams a little rusty coming out of the gates here.
Maybe some jitters for the state title game. It's 2 penalties and a dropped football so far.
2nd down and 19. 2 receivers to either side. Velika in at shotgun, has a back offset to his right. The handoff to his back. Crossing through the middle, lowering his shoulder. A nice play as he's still trying to get some yardage there. That was O'Shea Kennebrew, and Kennebrew going to be stopped in the middle of some Eagle stew.
About a 4-yard gain up the middle. And you hear the crowd into this one already, Rob, and it's 3rd down and long. They want to stop. The Georgetown fans do here on the near side. Hardin-Jefferson comes up to the line, 3rd and 14, 3rd and 15. Velika and shotgun.
3rd down and 15, a big 3rd down here for the Hawks. Velika and shotgun, steps back, looking to pass, rolling over. Fighting through some Eagles and still on his feet, and a big slam knocked down right there by Hunter Shipp. He shipped him back to Hardin-Jefferson on that play.
Yeah, nice play. Good coverage, though, that time, Rob, in the secondary. Didn't allow Velika to find anyone down the field. And Shipp came in and cleaned it up.
We are playing 15-minute quarters here in the championship game. The last game, Matt, was only 12-minute quarters.
Well, you get the additional time when you qualify for the title game, right?
We got a really special treat at halftime. We're going to talk to Missy from the Austin Acoustics. They're in the house tonight, and actually, they are running the chain gang here. So, pretty awesome to have him up here in the house tonight.
And Robbie got Michael Rocha back there, punt return for Georgetown. And it looks like got a timeout.
And the Hawks call the first time out of the game. We're going to leave things right here. So, Matt, not the way Hardin-Jefferson wanted to come out of the gates. They've been preparing for this game. We know JoJo. I mean, this dude is so serious about the game, as he should be. He's been reviewing different video that we've created out there on YouTube for Gridiron Glory. He's really got his heart and mind into this game. But the Georgetown Eagles the same way. Both these teams want this here for bragging rights.
Well, and a good start for Georgetown defensively for sure. You backed them up almost 10 yards from where the original line of scrimmage was, and you're, depending on this punt, you may get great field position as Rocha, the 2008 graduate of GHS, drops back.
On the call today, Rob Hill and Matt Leschman from SHN Sports.
Chris DeArmond will be doing the punting honors, the wide receiver.
Georgetown set back to receive around the 40-yard line. So they know this is a team, the Hardin-Jefferson Hawks can kick the ball, so can the Eagles. This is a great matchup here in this state championship game. DeArmond set back to kick from the 10. The punt up and away, a high punt. And it's going to fall around the 50-yard line. Takes a Hardin-Jefferson bounce into the hands of Georgetown on the near side. Dancing through some defenders. They're going to say, however, he stepped out of bounds. That was Michael Rocha with the return, but they say he stepped out of bounds. Still, though, a good punt, but a good return for Georgetown.
Well, not a bad punt, but Rocha did the best thing he could. He let it bounce once and took it on the hop and got all the yardage he could. The Eagles start out in Hardin-Jefferson territory.
That ball on the near side hash marker, Hardin-Jefferson Hawks on the 46-yard line. Their own 46.
We've seen,
Murillo, the high snap, but it goes into the hands of Brandon Akpunku, and he's still running on the near side. Finally drugged down around the 40-yard line, but there is some laundry on the field there just beyond the 45.
Yeah, and we've seen Georgetown do multiple quarterbacks. Murillo started tonight, and the first snap went over his head. But fortunately for Georgetown, right into Akpunku's hands, but we'll see what the flag's about. Illegal substitution called against Hardin-Jefferson, so Georgetown will be the beneficiary of that call. That'll be 5 yards against the Hawks. Takes the ball down to the 41-yard line where Georgetown Alumni will have a 1st and 5, Rob.
Another early penalty here. Georgetown lines up. Matt Murillo in its shotgun. 2 receivers stacked on either side. Has his back offset to his right. The high snap again, this time over to his back. Dancing around, driving through a few defenders, plowing his way across the 35-yard line. He may have had enough for the first down, but another penalty marker. That could be offensive holding again as Akpunku picked up the first down.
Yeah, Akpunku, Rob, as I saw in the last game I covered for Georgetown Alumni, again has that ball kind of loose in the grip. But just like you said, a little bit of a slow start for both teams, feeling each other out. Penalties, not the sharpest execution so far.
The official blowing his whistle. Trying to get this clock started. 11:56 to go. We're still scoreless here. Georgetown on their first drive of the night. On the near side, hash mark. Murillo in shotgun. 2 receivers to either side. Has Akpunku offset to his right. And Murillo here looking to pass. Dancing around. Johnny Manzelis gets a spin move. Another flag. And he's only going to get back to the original line of scrimmage, but this could come back even more, Matt.
Man, Rob, if we're going to see a flag every play, we'll be here till midnight. I mean, so far it seems like the ref's a little flag happy, and that one's going against Georgetown.
State championship, they're ready. They don't want anything to go under the radar.
I think they called a holding. The referee was a little obscured. I think definitely Hardin-Jefferson will take that, make it 1st and about 20.
It's a good turnout here for the crowd over here, at least on the Georgetown side, and a decent crowd considering a 4-hour drive for Hardin-Jefferson on their side of the field. So that ball does go way back. It's going to be 1st down and 20 now, the ball at the 44-yard line.
Those are the diehards over there for the Hardin-Jefferson.
Clock running, 11:37. We're still scoreless here. Georgetown 1st and long. 1st and huge. Murillo, shotgun, triplets, or beg your pardon, 2 receivers to either side. The pass over to Rice. It's Jeff Rice on the near side. Rice trying to spin around, and the Hardin-Jefferson Hawks just swooped him back for a loss. That's going to be a loss of 1 on the play, Matt.
Yeah, a little screen right there to Rice, but just good defense over to the right side. Good pursuit by Hardin-Jefferson. They weren't having anything to do with that play, and no gain. Maybe a loss of 1, they'll call it. So Georgetown now 2nd and 21. Rob, we've seen in the past that Murillo got a good connection with Rice, and we'll see if they decide to take a shot right here.
2nd down here, as Matt said, 21 to go. Ball in the near side hash mark at the 43-yard line. Eagles in their own territory. Murillo, shotgun, trips up to the right, steps back, scanning, looking to his right. Now center field. And too short there. The intended receiver on the play was Reagan Woods. That one incomplete. It'll be 3rd down and long.
Yeah, Murillo saying that's my fault. He had Reagan Woods open on that slant pattern, but just the ball landed at his feet, underthrown. And now if you're Georgetown, you want to try to get that 1st down, but you want to be careful about no turnover here. Bad things happen on 3rd and 21. You don't have a lot of play options.
10:32 to go. We're scoreless. Georgetown still on their 1st drive of the night. The 1st drive for the Hardin-Jefferson Hawks started at their own 30. They ended it on downs. Actually punted the ball. Georgetown here, though. Big third down. Murillo trips down to the left, steps back, scanning, looking. Deep pass down, and it's going to be caught right near the 1st-yard line. A great catch right there by Jeff Rice from the hands of Matt Murillo.
Yeah, unfortunately for Georgetown, he's a couple yards short, but nice connection. I just called it right before that. Murillo to Rice. It's a great combination for the Georgetown alumni, and now you'll see a very manageable 4th and 2. See what the Eagles alumni decides to do here.
A 19-yard pass. Actually, it's going to be 18 yards on that reception. 4th down and a long 2. Murillo in at shotgun. 2 receivers behind him. High snap. The handoff to Akpunku. He's trying to fight for the yardage. He may have it. The line judge is spotting him close.
That's very close. That might require measurement.
That should be a Georgetown 1st down, as the officials are between the 44 and 45-yard line. Or actually the 35, 36-yard line. And at least from first glance here, up here it looks to be a 1st down, but they may measure it just to make sure. It is a 1st down.
Wow.
Georgetown, big 1st down conversion. Akpunku lowered his shoulders, said, I don't think so, I'm getting a 1st down.
And Rob, he barely got that. I mean, he was right on the sticks, maybe a foot pass, and converted when Georgetown needed it. New set of downs at the 36.
1st down and 10 for the Eagles. Murillo in at shotgun, in motion is Rice. And the handoff to Rice on the right side, sweeping around, trying to find a hole, and he's dancing and prancing his way around. A hard-fought 4 or 5-yard gain there after he ran about 30.
Yeah, I was going to say he ran 25 to get 4. Just a sweet play to the right side and pretty good defensive effort by Hardin-Jefferson there to hold him to a 4-yard gain.
The ball on the far side hash marker at the 32-yard line. And it's going to be 2nd down and 7. That was a hard-fought 3 yards. Murillo in at shotgun, has Akpunku offset to his right as the back. 2 receivers to either side. The snap back, Murillo scanning, looking, throwing. In and out of the hands, his intended receiver there. Right between the eyes was Edwin Cintron Jr.
Oh, that was an absolute laser shot right over the middle, and I really don't blame Cintron on that one. Tough catch, tight quarters, and just a bullet fired by Murillo that time. So now you have another big 3rd down coming up. Kind of in that no man's land. I don't know if Baker would want to try one from deep field goal, but let's see what Georgetown does here on 3rd down.
That ball at the 32-yard line. Georgetown and a big 4th down and 7. Murillo in its shotgun, 2 receivers to either side. And 3rd down and 7, I beg your pardon. The pass over has a man, and he's trying to fight for that extra yardage. Great job by the Hardin-Jefferson defense there. And Georgetown's going to be a couple short of that 1st down. The catch right there by Reagan Wood.
Yeah, Dennis Moore and Greg Sahebi, they're tag teaming up to stop Georgetown short of the 1st down, Rob, and it'll be a carbon copy of what we just had before. 4th and 2, this time a little further down the field.
Well, Matt Reagan Woods was fighting for that 1st down, but he's going to be stopped 3 yards short. The scoreboard says 4th and 2. It's actually 4th and 3 from the marker up here.
2.5. See if Akpunku gets his number called here again.
Murillo shotgun, 2 receivers to the right, 1 down to the left. The handoff is to Akpunku. He's running around, has room, has the 1st down, has more down across the 20 into the red zone at the 19-yard line.
2 4th down conversions there, and both basically the same play. This time Akpunku decided to take it up the middle, and that was the right decision. Rob, you see him break loose into the open field, man. He's like a freight train. He's tough to bring down. He just needs to make sure to secure that ball, because we've seen him have a little bit of trouble in the past with that.
Akpunku, a great job again, as Matt said, on that 1st down. In motion is Rice. The handoff to Rice, feeling nice, dancing around inside, and boy, he is going to be slammed down, but the forward progress, they'll call him inside the 15, down to the 14-yard line.
Instant Rice for 5 yards. There's so many good phrases you can use with that last name. At that time, he was more efficient in his strides. It didn't take him 25 yards to run for a 5-yard gain. He cut it up and got good yardage.
Matt Murillo was on the sideline there for a few moments getting the play call. Again, Coach Travis Moore down there, the 2002 graduate of Georgetown High School, following in his father's footsteps.
Rob, this has been an extended drive. Only 7 minutes to go, less than 7 minutes in the first.
Second down here for Georgetown, trips down to the left. Murillo looking to the left, throws it, and almost intercepted. A nice job on defense right there, swatting it down.
Yeah, I think he was looking for Woods on the slant. No go as the Hardin-Jefferson secondary is all over that play.
Another big third down here for Georgetown. 6:51 to go in the opening quarter of play. We're scoreless. 3rd down and 4 for the Eagles.
Been very efficient on 4th down in this drive. And you know if they don't make this, they'll go for it. Well, who knows? Now they're close enough they could try a field goal, but let's see how this play pans out.
Acapulco in next to Murillo. He's going to serve as a blocker. Murillo rolling over to the left. Passing, has his man. It's caught and slammed down immediately. Maybe close to the first down is Reagan Woods, and he does get the Georgetown first down.
Man, they've been so efficient on 3rd and 4th down.
Matt, again, this drive started on their own 46-yard line after that punt return.
And, I mean, they've taken each series of downs, a couple of them to 4th down, and they're running a lot of clock. And you know if you're Georgetown right now, you want to put this in for 6. You've had this ball for, 7 minutes now.
Murillo again coming off the sideline, getting a play call from Coach Moore. Both of these teams, Matt, very well coached. On the near side hash mark, 1st down and goal. Georgetown stepping back, a fumble, and Hardin-Jefferson has the ball. Georgetown knocking, but there was a flag. The official actually did throw a flag on that far side before that fumble.
Oh, and it's offsides. Georgetown gets a reprieve. What a huge call. Wow. That's a big momentum call right there. I saw him come in, signal offsides. Hardin-Jefferson, wow, that is unfortunate for them.
Damon Young throwing his hands up for the Hardin-Jefferson Hawks, wondering what's going on, but
goodness,
that ball's going to move up. It will be the benefit of Georgetown, and it'll be 1st down and goal, even closer now.
Yeah, the Hawks thought they had a huge turnover, went off the field celebrating, but they were across the line a little too early, and the refs caught it.
They've got that ball marked at the 4-yard line. On the near side hash mark, Murillo in it, shotgun. Acapulco lines up behind him. 2 receivers down to the left, 1 up top to the right. Possibly a run to Acapulco here. It is. It's a handoff to Acapulco on the right side. Finds a lane. Touchdown, Georgetown. He runs his way in, and Georgetown strikes first.
Quite fitting there. Acapulco is the touchdown maker for the Georgetown Eagles after he carried the load on that drive. A couple 4th down conversions by him, and got to give it up to Georgetown's offensive line, creating that seam. Acapulco just easily darted right through there for the first score of the game, and Rob, a long drive, time-wise, not necessarily yardage-wise.
Yeah, just under 6 minutes here, and for the extra point attempt is Gino Baker. The snap down, the kick is up and away. Beautiful kick by Gino, but it's good, but there is a penalty flag on the field. We'll keep things right here. Georgetown leads 7-0, 5:59 to go in the first quarter after that 4-yard touchdown run by Acapulco. And a penalty decline, I believe, was an offsides.
Well, we see the Austin Acoustic getting the shout out from the PA. There's some of the ladies right over there.
Nice to have them in the house tonight here. They're all on their
doing
phones.
Work. I mean, they're not just.
Oh no, we got one there. They're all on their phones.
Wait.
And no, not all of them. That's all right.
Yeah.
Well, we're excited to have the ladies in the house tonight here. They're going to start playing, I believe, at the Cedar Park Center. That's going to be a fun football league.
They will. that football league's been around for a while, Rob. It's on national television. They have a game of the week. I mean, it's not like it's just, you know, small time. They've grown that league. Obviously, and Austin is an expansion area for them. And we'll talk to them at half.
And I forgot the young lady's name that we're going to be talking to. Missy. Yeah, that's correct. Missy.
How could you forget? Come on.
Gino Baker kicking off from the 40-yard line. The Hawks step back to receive, stacked from the 5 and the 10. Joining him back there in the backfield, the Hardin-Jefferson Hawks. The kick up and away. A beauty kick, and it's going to roll down. And again, it's going to be an illegal procedure against Georgetown, and that'll benefit the Hardin-Jefferson Hawks on their second drive.
It may benefit them, but who knows, Rod? That may be the strategy. They may not want to try to take on the Hardin-Jefferson return game, and so they'll just give them the ball, decent field position again.
So they'll move it up to the 30 here. That's where Hardin-Jefferson, again, same field position as their first drive of the night. Here on their second possession, starting from their own 30-yard line.
Well, and let's not forget that offsides penalty on that fumble. That was a huge play. Georgetown able to cash in, but for a second it looked like they had lost the ball and Hardin-Jefferson took the momentum. Not to be.
Valika lines up here in shotgun. Dominic Thomas, the back behind him. 2 receivers to either side. Actually lines up under center, does Valika. Valika steps back, the handoff to Thomas. Thomas immediately stopped, but using his calf muscle power and gains 2 on the play down to the, or up to the 32-yard line.
Dominic Thomas on the carry.
Yeah, nice tackle there. Joseph Freshour on the tackle. Someone should go tell Rick that that's Freshour. And Rob will.
Ball in between the hash marks, as you can see it there on the video screen. The ball on the 32-yard line. Valika back in shotgun here. Man in motion on the far side. And the handoff is to that man in motion on the end around, fighting his way down. A nice little run there by Michael Warnell.
Good defense.
Yes, read to Michael Warnell. Tackled by Jonathan Hotchkiss.
That will leave Hardin-Jefferson with a 3rd down and about 6. And if you're the Hawks, you don't want to not convert here and have to give the ball back up again.
Nice job by Jonathan Hotchkiss coming in there and cleaning up some room. Big 3rd down here for Hardin-Jefferson. 3rd down and 6. Valika looking, scanning, dancing around, finds a lane, and Valika is going to be stopped well short of that 1st down marker. The hit right there by Georgetown, a big initial hit by Datrick Edwards.
Yeah, Edwards, a 2012 graduate, so still a young man out there. We'll see what Hardin-Jefferson decides to do. And Rob, the Georgetown defense came to play tonight. Another 3 and out for Hardin-Jefferson, and you got to think JoJo's getting a little frustrated. Hadn't been able to find anyone down the field.
They'll have to punt here from their own 35-yard line, and Michael Rocha back to receive for the Georgetown Eagles.
Yeah, that's DeArmond there in punt formation.
DeArmond, the punt up and away. Oh, blocked by Georgetown! What a block! It was a tip off the fingertips right there of Hunter Shipp. Wow!
Big play, the 2004 graduate Hunter Shipp, and Georgetown will take the ball over at midfield. No need for Rocha to even touch it that time as Shipp got his hands on it. Rob, it's been an outstanding start for Georgetown. You can tell they are focused tonight. Came out ready to play tonight.
Absolutely, and they're going to start out in great field position right on the 50-yard line. Ball again tipped by number 45, Shipp. Hey, take the S out of it, and that could be me out there playing. Last name's Hip.
No.
I'd get ran over, man. That's why I stick to broadcasting.
We'll be up here.
Be up here out of harm's way.
We'll let the players do the playing.
3:35 to go. Georgetown leads 7-0. They have the ball here for the second time tonight. The handoff over to his back, running, diving down, still on his feet, finally brought down as Chris Vasquez was plowing away for him out there. And Falling to the ground finally there for Georgetown was Chadley Jackson.
Yeah, Jason Preby there on the tackle for Hardin-Jefferson. Good nose tackle duty right up the middle there. Held him to a gain of about 3. Just clogged up the middle right there, and there was nowhere for the running back to go.
I spoke about this last time, but Chris Vasquez out there, number 69, man, in junior high, he leveled me. And that's when I decided to quit playing football. I've known Chris since he was a youngster, and he buried my face mask about 8 feet in the mud. Stepping back, Georgetown, the pass in and out of the hands of Jeff Rice. He couldn't hold on to it. A little short there on the pass by Murillo. Rice looking for a call, but that was just a
little low.
Tough catch for him, and it's incomplete. It'll bring up 3rd down and 7 for the Eagles.
We'll see now if the 3rd and 4th down conversions can continue for Georgetown. That pass just a little underthrown. Rice was open, but not able to haul it in.
2:47 to go here in the first quarter of play. Rob Hipp alongside my good friend Matt Leishman. Rick Epstein here as a public announcer tonight for this Gridiron Glory alumni football matchup.
Public address.
The ball inside the Hardin-Jefferson territory. Matt Murillo, shotgun, steps back looking, trying to find a receiver down the left. That one batted at the line and almost intercepted on the tip. A great job right there. I believe it was Christopher Johnson, the 2009 graduate, in on that tip.
Yeah, we'll see what Georgetown decides to do. Looks like they'll bring on the special teams and punt. 4th and 7 at the Hardin-Jefferson 47.
This will be the 3rd punt of the night that we've seen from either team, and set back to receive for the Hardin-Jefferson Hawks is none other than Dennis Moore, number 7. And kicking off for Georgetown, or punting the ball for Georgetown, is Reagan Woods out there. And there will be a timeout by the Eagles. We're going to keep things right here, Matt. Georgetown playing a fairly steady game here so far, not able to convert on their 2nd drive of the night, but nonetheless, they lead this one 7-0 with 2:40 to go in the first quarter.
Well, it was a nice opening drive. They took the ball from about midfield and took a lot of time off the clock. We're very fortunate they did not lose the ball in that fumble where offsides was called on the Hawks, but it was a very methodical drive, 2 4th down conversions. Georgetown very clutch in those situations and able to take a 7-0 lead here as we approach the end of the first.
I don't think this is a part of the game where you throw any sort of trickeration out there. Georgetown should punt this ball off, and we'll see if Hardin-Jefferson can return it here. They'll be punting from the 47-yard line of the Hardin-Jefferson Hawks. Again, set back to receive for Hardin-Jefferson is number 7, the 2010 graduate, Dennis Moore.
Try to give you a little wider view of these punts.
A little wider? Oh, wider view. I thought you said a little
wider.
wider.
You got Westerns on your mind or something? Oh.
Long snap. Georgetown's still going to have room here to get rid of it, and instead they're going to run it. I wonder why he just didn't pick that up and punt it. Unbelievable. Mistake there, trying to run that ball up, and Georgetown's going to be stopped in the back. Reagan Woods and Hardin-Jefferson will take over in great field position.
He did, like you said, Rob. He had plenty of time. Pick that up, just rugby-style kick it down the field and get something out of it, but he was swarmed under. He had no chance. So there's the break that Hardin-Jefferson wanted, and they'll take over at the 41-yard line. Those turnovers, those are tough.
This is the 3rd possession of the night for the Hardin-Jefferson Hawks. Their last possession, they had to punt it. The handoff to the back. It's Thomas running around on the near side, trying to find a lane, and he's immediately stopped on the near side for no gain on the play.
Oh, do we have a fumble or a fight? Jeez. Things are getting a little short-tempered first quarter.
Dominic Thomas is, they talked all week on social media. These two teams, they respect each other, but they butted heads a little bit as well. Makes it interesting and fun.
All in good fun, I guess. And Rob, again, that Georgetown defense is run, pass, whatever Velika calls back there has not worked well so far.
They are on the Georgetown 41-yard line. Great field position here. Velika in its shotgun, 2 receivers up top to the left. Velika pitches out to his back. He fumbles the ball, still trying to dive on it. And not able to hold on to it there was O'Shea Kennebrew, but he finally does get the ball back, it appears, and it will be Hardin-Jefferson football.
And I have to think, Rob, that was just a little side pitch out to the side that he thought about running before he had the ball in his hands, put his eyes upfield, and dropped the ball.
Ball at the 44-yard line, a 3-yard loss on the play. It's going to be 3rd down and long here for JoJo Velika and the Hardin-Jefferson Hawks. Lining up under center. Little I formation. Stepping back, he's going to pass. Right side. Over. Nice catch on the near side right there into the hands, right between the eyes to Chris Dorman. What a job right there by Chris. And now they're going to say,
yeah, it's a 1st down.
It is complete. A little extracurricular activities there, and it's all the way down to the 10-yard line. What a pass right there from Velika.
You know, those guys have a good rapport between each other as well. We saw that when we were over in Sour Lake as DeArmond had a great game. That time able to haul in the big pass down the field, and now Hawks within scoring range.
It was a 31-yard pass from the 41 down to the 10. On the near side hash mark, Velika under center. One receiver to either side, and now again a false start, once again by Chris Rideau.
Not doing yourself any favor there with those unforced penalties. Back him up 5 yards to the 15.
Matt, we're down to 36 seconds, and the clock is running here. Hardin-Jefferson taking their time, breaking out of the huddle. They should be able to get a play off here, and after that it should do it. So Velika under center. And a misdirection there, a little miscommunication on the handoff to Michael Aldridge, and he's going to be stopped there after a gain of, actually no gain on the play. It's going to bring up 2nd down, and that should end it here. And that will be the end of the 1st quarter. The Georgetown Eagles lead the Hardin-Jefferson Hawks, but they are driving. Georgetown with a 7-0 lead. We'll be right back. You're watching Gridiron Glory Alumni Football presented by SHN Sports. This broadcast is under the direction and is copywritten by the Shoning Hip Network. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, use of sound bites and interviews, and use of any other content, including audio or video, without the direct written consent and permission by the Shoning Hip Network is strictly prohibited and protected by federal and copyright laws. All rights are reserved by the Shoning Hip Network and SHNSports.com. Welcome back to Gridiron Glory Alumni Football presented by SHN Sports. This is the Alumni State Championship. The Georgetown Eagles lead the Hardin-Jefferson Hawks 7-0 here, just underway in the 2nd quarter. And so far it's been Georgetown, but Matt, JoJo Velika, and the Hawks are driving here. First, it's actually going to be 2nd down.
Well, and we've got to get the chains right.
Yeah,
those aren't right.
Backwards.
2nd and goal from the 15.
Actually, it's okay. Yeah, they should just put the chains down. It's 2nd and goal. That's confusing looking.
Yeah, 2nd and goal from the 15, and
a lot of confusion.
Georgetown defender is worried about, instead of worrying about the game, he's worried about the chains on the sideline. That's not his job. And that's Josh Rice out there pointing to the official saying the chains are wrong. But it doesn't matter.
Well, when
it's 2nd down and goal.
When it's 2nd and goal,
they should put them down though.
Yeah, you put down the markers. See the two, those are still up. They should be down on the ground because it's kind of confusing. It makes it look like they're going the other way. But now 3rd and goal at the 15.
Jonathan Hodgkiss, the 01 graduate, making his way onto the field, number 55 for the Georgetown Eagles.
I mean, hey, the acoustic are trying to get their name out there, Rob.
And Josh is still worried about those markers. He keeps pointing at them on the sideline. 3rd down and goal from the 14-yard line for the Hawks. Velika in shotgun, looking, rolling over to the right, trying to find a defender, and now he just has to dump it. Has a man open, And a nice job there by Michael Warnell, but he's going to be stopped way short just inside the 15-yard line. Looks like they're going to spot him at the 13, Matt.
Well, what's really funny is you see DeArmond say first down because he's looking at the chains. It's 4th and goal.
There they go. They finally put the chains down.
There you go. DeArmond, some of the players, they're looking at that and they're saying that's the first down marker. That was a little confusing for the players.
Confusing for us up here at first, too. Well, I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah, they should have had those down a little while ago. But
right.
Nonetheless, 4th and goal at the 13. Big play for the Georgetown. No, big play for both teams, Rob.
And now Velika's going to call timeout. We'll keep it right here. Again, you're watching Gridiron Glory Alumni football just underway in the second quarter. 13:26 to go before we hit halftime. And again, we'll be meeting with the Austin Acoustics football team. Going to be fun talking, and I believe Missy's going to make her way back up here at halftime, so that'll be great to interview them, kind of hear what they're doing and their history, and we're looking forward to that one. Again, special thanks to them for being here tonight, also running the chain gang as well.
There you see some of those players over there, and they're working the chains as well. 4th down coming up.
Don't forget, fans, to visit the concession stand located by the flagpole. New main entrance.
I beg your pardon, I actually, the Gridiron Glory logo was on the screen there, so we took that off. Last couple of plays may have been covered up.
No, you didn't miss much.
Again, if you're interested in Gridiron Glory, maybe this is your first time seeing an alumni game, want to figure out what it's all about. If you want to get back on the gridiron, make sure to visit gridironglory.com. That's gridironglory.com. You can get your team back to playing on the gridiron. 4th down and goal here for Hardin-Jefferson on the 13-yard line. Velika lines up, has trips down to the left, one receiver up top to the right. His back should be, it's Thomas. Thomas is actually going to go out as the option. Instead, Velika's going to roll over to the left side. Scanning, throwing. A dagger right inside. It's gone. Touchdown, JoJo Velika. Right into the hands of his receiver, Steve Bell. What a catch right there for the Hardin-Jefferson Hawks. Wow.
Yeah, that was impressive. We saw Velika scramble out. Last-ditch effort, found Bell right in the corner, just over the goal line. Great catch, and got 1 foot in. Touchdown, Hardin-Jefferson. And I think we got good video of that as well.
A 14-yard touchdown pass right into the corner. Great execution by JoJo Velika on 4th down and goal.
That was clutch. Man, he didn't have anywhere else to go with the ball. And we'll see Hardin-Jefferson go for 2, Rob. We know that their kicking is not their strong point. Velika hands off.
And it's going to be stopped there. So Georgetown is going to hold on to a 1-point lead with 13:17 to go in the first half of play. The Georgetown Eagles lead the Hardin-Jefferson Hawks 7-6. We'll keep it right here. A 2-point conversion, no good.
Well, and that is a case where, Rob, that could come back to really haunt Hardin-Jefferson later in this ballgame. We've seen different teams that really don't have the ability to put that extra point up there through the uprights, and Hardin-Jefferson is one of those teams, unfortunately, and they kind of forced to go for 2. And, you know, in that case, you always want to go for an extra point, but you just can't do it if you don't have the means.
So a nice drive there by the Hardin-Jefferson Hawks, as the big part of that play, besides the touchdown, was that 31-yard pass to DeArmond, and that's what ended up setting up the touchdown pass on 4th down and goal. There to Bell on the corner. Great job by Velika, great execution.
That was a perfect throw and catch. I mean, Georgetown's defense was right there. That was just better offense beating good defense that time.
It's easy to see that Velika's a veteran, well-seasoned player. He was very patient, rolled back over to the left side, and was able to throw that one in there for the touchdown. And
well-seasoned.
Well-seasoned, no alumni year on the score sheet.
Like a great steak, well-seasoned.
JoJo, we love you, man. Always enjoy broadcasting for you guys.
We know he'll be watching this film, so you know that shout-out will be heard by him. He can put that on the all-time highlight reel. That was a great throw.
Christopher Johnson, the kick, a low kick, and it's going to take another bounce. This time it will be returnable. Georgetown not able to fall on it, and the Hardin-Jefferson Hawks may have it at the 15-yard line. We're waiting to see what the call is and waiting to see what the pile reveals here. And
how did no Georgetown player fall on that?
There's no communication there in the backfield. And Hardin-Jefferson saying they have it.
Wow.
And it is Hardin-Jefferson football coming out of there in a frenzy was Todd Rigsby. And now flags going all over the place. Not sure what's going on there. Georgetown actually helping a few of the Hardin-Jefferson players up.
There's the recovery right there, Rob.
Philip McIntyre.
Bottom of the pile, he's running off the field, jubilation. Boy, you know, I was watching the camera and it just looked like, I don't know how that ball squirmed down the field and no one was able to fall on it, pick it up or something, but that's a huge mistake. And then add to it a personal foul, Rob, and now Hardin-Jefferson, just like that, with a chance to take the lead in the ball game, they'll start just inside the 8. Big turn of events.
A great field position here. They're going to mark him down at, just inside the 8, between the 7 and the 8-yard line, right there on the soccer yellow line inside the box.
18-yard mark for soccer, exactly. 10 yards for the end zone and 8 yards for the football field.
The ball on the near side, hash mark. We'll call it on the 7 here. Georgetown territory.
It's the 8.
Valika steps back, the handoff. Over to his man, trying to dance his way around is O'Shea Kennebrew. Kennebrew maybe gets back to the original line of scrimmage.
And you know the Hawks want to take advantage of this gift. Absolute. You know, that's a live ball, obviously, on that kickoff, and somehow, like it had eyes, it just avoided every Georgetown return man that it could. And credit to McIntyre for being Johnny or Phillip on the spot. Gave his team a chance to take the lead here early in the second.
12:16 to go in the first half of play. Valika lines up with his Hawks. Under center. 2 receivers up top to the right, 1 down to the left. And Valika's going to roll. Passing in the corner. Up. Pass interference looked like it could have been called there, but it was great job on the defense by Josh Rice. Incomplete. It'll bring up 3rd down and goal.
Yeah, it looked like there might have been some contact there, but no laundry on the field. Surprisingly, we had a lot of flags, but that time Georgetown might have got away with one.
Josh, I know you'll be watching this as well. So good defense out there, Josh.
Props.
I've known the Rice brothers a long time. They're very good at basketball. Jeff Rice, boy, he could hit some threes back in the day. I can't keep up with him anymore. Just under 12 minutes here. 3rd down and goal on the near side hash mark at that 8-yard line. Valika, man in motion. Valika's going to pitch out to the right side and immediately drop for a loss is Kennebrew.
Just way too slow developing play that time, and Georgetown's defense had that one sniffed out from the beginning. And Hardin-Jefferson's going the wrong way, Rob. They're back to the 15 now.
Jeff Rice coming back onto the field for the Georgetown Eagles, and on 4th down and goal, Valika and the Hawks will have to go for it. Coming off the field for the Georgetown Eagles. It's number 18, I believe. That's Datrick Edwards alongside Joseph Freshour. So here we go on the far side hash mark. 15 yards to go. It's 4th down and goal. Valika in shotgun, 2 backs to either side of him. Valika steps back, looks, throws it over the left side, has his man. He's going to be stopped short of the 1st down. They're going to give him progress at the 4-yard line. A nice pass, but it will fall short. Turnover on downs, but a great catch right there by Chris DeArmond.
Could be a turnover on down.
Yeah, just a little short, 4 yards short of the promised land, and Georgetown defense. We'll just say that kickoff just kind of rolled down to the 4 now. No damage done on that botched kickoff return.
So Georgetown's going to be pinned deep in their own territory here on the 4-yard line.
This reminds me of when the current Georgetown Eagles against Hayes went 95 yards. Javante style.
Handoff to the back there, and Georgetown has a new quarterback in. It's John McKelvey, number 4.
And we've seen that a couple weeks ago. He platooned in with Murillo.
McKelvey going over to Coach Moore, getting the play call. The ball brought up the 7. It'll be 2nd down and 7 here for the Georgetown Eagles. More substitutions on the field there. On the near side hash mark. McKelvey in at shotgun. This time he's going to hand off to his back, dancing around across the 10, still on his feet, lowers his shoulders, picks up the first down. That's a late hit. That's going to be a penalty there against Hardin-Jefferson. A nice job by Brandon Acapulco.
Yeah, you had a first down already, but now you have 15 more added on. Just unnecessary there by the Hawks. Out of bounds. He was obviously out of bounds. Personal foul. You take that ball up to nearly 35-yard line.
15-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
Up to the 33, actually. And we see McKelvey come back onto the field. He's more the dual threat quarterback. Although we've seen Murillo able to run as well, but good athletic ability from McKelvey.
That ball all the way up to the 33-yard line. Georgetown in great position here as they break the huddle. Chris Vasquez lining up next to the center. The snap back. McKelvey looking. Has plenty of time down the center part of the field. Almost intercepted. Boy, that would have been a one-handed grab right there. It went in and out of the hands, though, of Greg Sahevi. And it will be 2nd down for the Eagles.
Yeah, opportunity for the turnover there, but just couldn't quite one-handed. 2nd down and 10. And as we thought, we have a close ball game.
9:32 to go in the first half of play. The Georgetown Eagles lead the Hardin-Jefferson Hawks 7-6. However, Georgetown has the ball here on 2nd down and 10. Ball on the near side hash mark, as you can see it there on the screen. McKelvey still in at quarterback. 2 receivers up top to the left.
Somebody jumped.
Pass on the far side, down across the 40-yard line, up and not able to reel it in. A great try there by Tramel Fitzgerald, but he couldn't reel it in, and that will bring up 3rd down and long for the Georgetown Eagles.
Did we not have a penalty on that? Wow.
There was a jump. Not on the Georgetown
back?
line, though, but the defense jumped, but he didn't cross the neutral zone, so they let it go.
Well, see, the reason why I think McKelvey threw that is he thought he had a free play, thought he had a flag, and nearly completed it. Now Georgetown, as we see the down marker, not sure what's going on. Nope.
They do move it back to it's on the 33-yard line there.
Okay, so they did give them a 5-yard penalty, am I right?
Yeah, they did.
2nd and 5?
Yeah, so it wasn't offsides.
Yeah.
No flag, though. All right, 2nd down and 5 it is. Georgetown on the near side hash mark. 2 receivers up top to the left, 1 down to the right. McKelvey, the shotgun snap has it, and he is going to keep it, and McKelvey is going to be drugged down. He thought about passing it. Luckily, at the last second, he pulled that back in. That could have been a very bad play, and now there's going to be another flag after the play. Another unsportsmanlike conduct, this one against Hardin-Jefferson.
Skylar Connor with a big defensive play, but you ruin it if you get another penalty here.
And it is against Hardin-Jefferson.
Wow,
and it should be a 15-yard penalty.
That's 2 unsportsmanlikes here on this drive. That'll really hurt you. We know it.
Penalty against the Hawks. Red ball personal foul, 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Those are costly penalties, Rob, in a close game. You're down by 1, but you're just giving Georgetown 30 free yards. Not 33 yards, but 30 free yards.
Yep, the ball down at the 42-yard line, and a timeout called by Georgetown. So we'll keep things right here. 9 minutes to go in the first half. Georgetown leads by 1, 7-6, but penalties have been the big factor here on this Georgetown's drive that started on their own 4-yard line. More importantly, they're eating up a lot of the clock here in the first half.
Yeah, unsportsmanlike conduct penalties just really, really will hurt you. And Georgetown's been the beneficiary of 2 on this drive, and they've got the ball up to nearly midfield.
Going to be exciting also talking to Missy here at the halftime for the Austin Acoustics. You might recognize her. She owns the title.
Yeah, Mrs. Texas.
This says Mr. Austin,
Wow,
but it should be Mrs.
Yeah.
Austin. KXAN made a
And
or
Mrs.
somebody.
Texas, United America, looking at her social media Facebook page.
We're excited to talk to her.
Here we go.
Second down, and actually it's first down and 10. McKelvey rolling over to the left side. Now he changes direction, passing over to the side.
Ooh.
Into the hands. A nice one-handed grab by Jeff Rice.
Yeah.
And he's close to the first down marker. We'll see if they give it to him. No, they mark it about a yard short, I believe, Matt.
Outstanding hands by Rice once again. That not the best thrown pass, but the athletic ability and the grace of Rice to haul that down with one hand. You saw it. Beautiful catch to get 8 yards and move the Georgetown Alumni into Hawks territory. Great play. Great play. Looking good.
The ball into Hardin-Jefferson territory at the 45-yard line. It's going to be second down and about 2. 2nd and 2 is what they'll call it. The ball on the far side hash mark, as you can see it there on your screen. McKelvey in shotgun. 1 receiver down to the right, 2 up top to the left. He's going to pass, looking, scanning around. Now he throws it on the right side, has his receiver. It's caught by Reagan Woods, and Reagan Woods with the Georgetown first down to the 34-yard line, and they may spot him at the 35. We'll wait to see. They do spot it at the 34, Matt.
Yeah, we see McKelvey with a nice pass there, 2 in a row, good completions. Take it down to the 34, and now we're about halfway through the second quarter. Georgetown looking to improve on a 1-point lead.
The clock running just below 8:30 now in the first half of play. Again, Georgetown leading 7-6 over the Hardin-Jefferson Hawks. It's the Battle of the Birds here tonight for the state championship, Hawks and Eagles. McKelvey in a shotgun, trips up top to the left, 1 receiver down to the right. McKelvey has it, stepping back, looking, throwing over to the right side. In and out of the hands. Incomplete. The intended receiver on that play was Edwin Centron Jr.
Pretty good camera work on that play. Difficult sometimes to follow the ball in the air. Doing my best.
So Matt Leschman, do whatever it needs to do to make it happen up here. We appreciate you, Matt.
So with that incompletion, Georgetown has a 2nd and 10, 34-yard line. Looking to put more points on the board.
On the near side, hash mark here, the clock just above 8 minutes. McKelvey, the handoff to Ekpunko, and he gets brought down after he gets the ball up to the 31-yard line.
Gain of about 4, we'll call it, up the middle. We'll set up a 3rd and 6. Man, Hardin-Jefferson fans.
Rowdy.
They're into it. There's not too many of them over there, but they're into the ball game.
Had a nice turnout here for this Gridiron Glory Alumni football game. One of the biggest turnouts we've seen in some time, as it should be here for the state championship.
Well, Georgetown Nation, Eagle Nation, you know they show up and support their athletes, past and present.
Stepping back, McKelvey over to the left side, has his man wide open for the first down and hit hard as he goes down to the field, but gets right back to his feet. A great job right there by Georgetown. And that was Jonathan Sacedo there with the catch.
Huge hit by Rigsby, Todd Rigsby, the 2007 graduate that time. Big hit, but not big enough to prevent a first down for the Eagles.
Matt, keep in mind this drive started out on their own 4-yard line. It's now below 7 minutes.
Benefited by some nice passing by McKelvey and some 15-yard penalties by the Hawks.
Ball at the 22-yard line on the far side. McKelvey, 2 receivers to either side, has a back offset to his right. Steps back. Trying to avoid a Hawk defender. Now he's going to pass over to the corner all alone. Touchdown, Georgetown! Nice eye right there by Georgetown into the hands of Reagan Woods for the Georgetown touchdown.
Yeah, I got to give McKelvey a ton of credit on that one. Call it 22 yards. Once McKelvey broke contain on the pocket, the Hardin-Jefferson defense, Rob, was pretty much lost, and Reagan Woods found himself all alone. I mean, there wasn't anybody within 10 yards of him.
Georgetown here set for the point after kick. McKelvey the holder. The kick's up and away, and it's good. Georgetown takes an 8-point lead, 14-6. 6:35 to go before halftime. We'll keep things right here. It's been an exciting first half of football. Georgetown Eagles, though, showing a lot of composure. Great offensive rhythm early here, Matt.
Yeah, good offensive rhythm in both quarterbacks. It's nice to have that luxury to have 2 quarterbacks you can count on. You saw McKelvey come in there and not miss a beat, Rob. That's a 96-yard drive. I mean, 30 yards of penalties, and that helps out, but they moved down the field all the way.
That was the 3rd drive of the night by the Georgetown Eagles. Their first drive was a 4-yard touchdown run. The second drive, they were held there on a botched snap by Woods. That set up Hardin-Jefferson in good field position, and they capitalized on their ensuing drive. And then Georgetown here after a turnover on downs by the Hogs. Georgetown scores on their 3rd drive. Leading 14-6, 6:35 to go. Back to receive, Hardin-Jefferson on the right side. Gino Baker kicking from the 40-yard line.
Yeah, and Rob, we see now that Hardin-Jefferson will get a return here.
They will get a return. They caught it on the bounce again. Crossing over the 30-yard line on the near side. Has room to run across the 50. Now changes direction. There's a flag out on the play. Finally brought down in Georgetown territory. A nice return right there by Philip McIntyre.
Probably going to be a block in the back or holding. And once again, Rob, Hardin-Jefferson, their own worst enemy with the penalties. Got to think this is going to come back. And now, Rob, you see the advantage of having a kicker who can consistently make extra points. Georgetown has an 8-point lead instead of just 7.
That is a penalty against the Hawks, a block in the back, as you said, Matt, and that'll set them back. So what you just said, penalties, their own worst enemy, that's what's hurting them right now.
Yeah. He had a great return there over midfield, but a block in the back. Spot foul. Takes the ball back. They'll still have decent field position, but not as good as they would have had without the penalty.
.6:25 to go in the opening half. The Georgetown Eagles lead here in this championship alumni game. 14-6. JoJo Velika trying to answer, and he's in shotgun here. Steps back. Going to hand off to his running back on the side. A nice spin move. Driving around is Kennebrew, and Kennebrew, after a lot of running, only picks up 2 on the play. A nice footwork, though, by Kennebrew.
Brew for 2. That may be the case later on after the game. Oh, nice job by the Georgetown defense. They really haven't been exploited too much on running plays by Hardin-Jefferson. Of course, some of those slow developing plays by Velika and his crew have made it a little easier for Georgetown, but they've they played pretty stout defense. The one pass play, Velika to DeArmond, was big, 31 yards earlier, but not many big runs for the Hawks here in the first half.
Lining up on the near side is Steve Bell. 2 receivers up top to the right. Velika in his shotgun has 2 backs to either side of him. He's going to pass. Scanning right side. Has it. Intercepted at the 40-yard line by Georgetown. Still on his feet, crossing over here on the near side, trying to find a blocker. Nice interception by Dakar Williams.
Didn't we see him 2 weeks ago with a pick 6? We did. Dakar coming up big once again for the Georgetown defense.
And that drive started at the 35-yard line, I believe.
It did. They had the penalty on the kickoff return.
Hardin-Jefferson High School is located just a short 200.
Great job there by Dakar Williams, the 2009 graduate.
We've seen him ball hawking these last few games. Took one in against Hayes a couple weeks ago. And another interception here sets up Georgetown great field position. 35.
Start out on the Hardin-Jefferson 35-yard line. Georgetown looking to punch it in again here. 5:25 to go. Murillo back in at quarterback. Throws it. And this one intercepted back on the opposite end of the 25. Running it back on the far side is Greg Sahibi. And he'll be brought down. So back-to-back interceptions, and Hardin-Jefferson gets the ball right back.
Yeah, anything you can do, we can do better. And back-to-back turnovers, Georgetown gives it right back to the Hawks. That's tough if you're a Georgetown fan. You had a chance to extend to a 2-possession game, but Murillo did not see the defender there, stepped right in front of it, picked it off.
Hardin-Jefferson will take right back over on the 36-yard line on their own 36.
Rob, isn't it a shame the weather didn't cooperate tonight?
Yeah, it's just,
Oh, man.
this is the worst football weather you could possibly have.
This is postcard perfect.
Hardly any wind, no rain, 72 degrees now. I mean, it's just horrible.
I think it's upper 60s. It's perfect.
Just horrible.
Yeah.
The ball at the 36-yard line. Velika back in at shotgun. 2 receivers up top to the right, 1 down to the left. He's going to roll to the right. Finally goes back on the misdirection. Pass. And brought down hard is Hardin-Jefferson, and that's going to be a big loss on the play. They're going to call that a loss of about 5 down to the 31-yard line. Tyro Watson there.
Yeah, just too slow developing. That was meant to be a screen to the back, and this Georgetown defense is pretty fast. Not going to fall for that. Big loss in the play.
.440 to go here in the opening half of play. After back-to-back interceptions, Hardin-Jefferson gets the ball back. And trying to do something here on their drive, but it's 2nd down and long, Matt. They're on the 31-yard line, their own 31.
Boy, and if you're Hardin-Jefferson, I want to get Chris DeArmond more involved. He had one big play, but that's your playmaker at the wideout position.
Velika under center, rolls to the right. Trying to find a receiver, has his man at the 30. Crossing over at the 40, and he's still on his feet. They're going to give him forward progress to the 41-yard line. A nice run after the catch right there, and I believe it was Tyro Watson with the reception.
I like that play call. Now you're back within manageable 3rd down as you got 10 yards on that play. Now you have a very manageable 3rd and 5.
From the 41-yard line, 9 to get us to 46.
Just an easy little swing pass out to the right side. Netted him 10. Clock running.
3rd and 5, just at 3 minutes, 30 seconds. And as Matt said, that clock is running. The Hardin-Jefferson Hawks trying to get on the board again here. They already have 6 points on 1 touchdown tonight, trying to extend their score and catch up to the Eagles.
Wow, look at that.
Keeper there. Velika on the keeper, and he picks up a couple on the play.
Well, now you're in tough decision territory. You're within your own territory, about 4th and 3.
It'll be 4th down.
Velika just tried to catch everybody asleep that time and got a few yards, but not enough. And this is a big play right here.
Big 4th down for the Hardin-Jefferson Hawks. It's going to be 4th down and 3. Velika under center. 2 receivers up top to the right, 1 down to the left. He's going to roll to his right. Passes, has his man, has the first down. A nice catch right there by Michael Warnell, the 2005 alum, for a Hardin-Jefferson Hawk first down.
Clutch play right there, Velika to Warnell. You did not want to give that ball right back. And now if you're the Hardin-Jefferson Hawks, Rob, you got to keep your eye on that clock. You have a timeout left. Clock will start rolling under 2:40 now, and you've still got 53 yards to go to pay dirt.
Each team with 1 timeout here, 2:30 to go in the first half. Velika and the Hawks on the far side. Still in their own territory, but threatening to move into Eagle territory. Velika in shotgun. This time the handoff. Nice little fake sell right there, but it's only going to be a pickup of about 1. I don't know if that's the play you go with right here with the time running down.
Georgetown Alumni's rush defense tonight, outstanding. I mean, I can't remember a time where a Hardin-Jefferson back has even been able to get to the second level of linebackers or secondary. They played great, and it doesn't look like the Hawks are in much of a hurry. And frankly, they might want to be.
It's 2nd down and 9 for Velika and the Hawks. Still in their territory, the ball on the 48-yard line. The clock ticking under 1:40 now. Velika in shotgun, trips up top to the right, 1 receiver down to the left, has a back offset to his left. Man in motion. Velika, the snap bounces off the front of his numbers, and he's able to fall back on it. Another botched play. That's going to be a big 3rd down here for JoJo with 1:30 to go, and that clock still running with only a timeout left.
Yeah, they've burned a minute off the clock here and not gained any yardage. Lost 1 on that, 1 or 2 on that botched snap right there.
Michael Hernandez for the Georgetown Eagles comes over to the sideline. Checking in now is Joseph Freshour.
Well, 3rd and 12 now with about a minute left. We'll see what Velika and his offense decide to do.
Velika steps back, looks over to the left side of the field, trying to find his man, has him at the 30-yard line, but that may be offensive pass interference as Steve Bell pushed off of a Georgetown defender. That one's probably going to come back.
Do I see a flag? I do.
It was clear from up here, Bell pushed off of the Georgetown defender, and that should be offensive pass interference. It is. And once again, Matt, you've talked about it tonight, the penalties are really putting a hamper on any type of positive plays that the Hardin-Jefferson Hawks create.
Yeah, they recovered a fumble, and they were offsides right there. You had a big play, probably 40 yards down the field. An offense, it was quite obvious that he pushed off. That's how he got open that time.
So instead of it being 3rd down and 12, it's going to be 3rd down in Georgetown now. We might as well say 3rd down in Waco, for that matter. Long 3rd down here, 53 seconds to go. The ball all the way back on the 35-yard line.
3rd and 22, we'll call it.
Again, 53 seconds on the clock, still has timeout left. And the Hawks break huddle here. Velika in its shotgun, trips down to the left, 1 receiver up top to the right. And Velika, of course, has a back offset to his right. Steps back, looking, scanning. Trying to get around some Georgetown defenders. Pass all the way down, it's caught at the 20-yard line. He's going to go in and score. What a catch right there from the hands of JoJo Velika. And is it who we think it is? Is it Chris DeArmond again? Chris DeArmond does it again for the Hardin-Jefferson Hawks. A big play, and I believe that one was
68 yards.
68 yards from the 30 down, and that's the score. Wow.
God, I just said Georgetown had played a great defensive half, Rob, but you can't give that up in the last 35 seconds of the first half. Someone was beat there in the secondary, and Velika made a great pass down the field, and now Hardin-Jefferson will go for the tie as it's 14-12.
Yeah, they've got to go for 2. Unfortunately, the Hawks don't have a kicking game, so they have to resort to going for 2 on every scoring play.
Need to recruit a kicker. I'm sure there's someone around that area that can put an extra point through for him.
Velika lines up here in shotgun, 2 backs behind him. He's going to pass, steps back, looking over to the left side, has his man, and he rips it right out of the air for the 2-point conversion. And we've got a tie ball game, folks, with 36 seconds to go before halftime. It's all tied up at 14 apiece. Wow, what a comeback there by JoJo Velika and those Hardin-Jefferson Hawks, as Steve Bell able to reel it in.
That's the second big pass that Steve Bell's caught tonight. He caught the first touchdown and now the 2-point conversion. And Rob, just like we thought, we've seen these teams play before, and it is a very evenly matched game, and it's 14-14, and we're almost to halftime.
We're just moments away. Got a special halftime interview coming up with Miss Missy from the Austin Acoustic. She's awaiting up here, so we'll be chatting with her before too long. They've got a great thing going on. That'll kick off at the Cedar Park Center. We'll be talking about that more here at halftime.
Well, we'll see what Georgetown can do now with that 36 seconds left and Hardin-Jefferson about to kick off, Rob. Defense played pretty outstanding for 29 minutes and 30 seconds of the first half. That last play was tough.
We talked about earlier, those penalties were really hampering Hardin-Jefferson's attack, but they were able to work through some adversity here and tie this up with 14 apiece. Really took the life out of Georgetown. Georgetown had a nice commanding lead, but Hardin-Jefferson able to come back. The low kick here, it's going to settle around the 30-yard line, picked up by Georgetown, crossing over the 35, dancing around across the 40. They're going to give them forward progress right to the 41-yard line. Got to be careful we don't see any more flags coming out here for a little extra contact at the end of the play.
And those kickoffs kind of tell me that they struggle with the kicking game. But it's effective. I mean, earlier in the game, it wormed its way down the field, and Hardin-Jefferson was able to recover it. Weren't able to take advantage of that, but that sidewinder kick sometimes works. Now, if you're Georgetown, Rob, you've got 28 seconds, you've got a timeout, you're at your own 41, got to play it smart. Which quarterback do we have? Murillo. Do you throw a bomb? What do you do here?
First down and 10 for Georgetown on their own 41. Pitch back there, and
Miscommunication.
Murillo just throws his hands up. Wondering what's going on.
I think the receiver might have run a wrong route there.
25 seconds to go. Georgetown trying to strike here again, but they've got quite a ways to go as Murillo talking it over with Coach Travis Moore on the sideline, getting the play call. And checking back into the game is Josh Rice, the 2008 alum for the Georgetown Eagles. Coming off the field is Akpunko. Second down and 10 for the Georgetown Eagles. Murillo in at shotgun. Two receivers stacked up top to the left, one down to the right. Murillo looking to pass. Around the 30, passes up top and almost intercepted. That one was too high, in and out of the hands of Josh Rice. I beg your pardon, that was Jeff Rice's brother.
Yeah, we've seen Murillo not quite as accurate in this ball game tonight as it was a couple weeks ago, but some of that has to do with the Hardin-Jefferson defense playing well. And now you've got 3rd and 10. And you've only burned 8 seconds, 14 seconds or so off the clock. So last thing you want to do is be forced to punt on the last play.
Holding against the Eagles is declined.
Had a holding call there, Rob, and they declined that. Obviously, it'll be 3rd and 10. 20 seconds on the clock.
Murillo in at shotgun, trip stacked up top to the left, one receiver down to the right. Murillo has a back offset to his right. Steps back, that back is going to act as a blocker. Nice block for Murillo. Murillo finally gets it away on the left side. Up, reaching for it, Tramel Fitzgerald. Did he bring it in? And they're going to say it's caught out of bounds. Boy, just as we like to say with Bo Corral, skyrocketing up in the air was Fitzgerald, but unable to haul it in bounds.
We saw Bo on the football field and the basketball court skyrocketing. And now you got 4th down and 10. Should be 4th down.
They finally flipped the marker on the sideline. It is 4th down and 10, and Georgetown should punt it here as
Woods.
Reagan Woods out there to punt from the 30-yard line, and there's going to be a timeout on the field by Georgetown. We'll keep things right here. 12 seconds to go. And we're all tied up at 14 apiece. So, Matt, we saw JoJo Velika and the Hardin-Jefferson Hawks come back here to tie this ball game. Georgetown was up 14-6, and then it was JoJo leading the way on that monster 36-yard touchdown pass to Krista Armand. They completed the 2-point conversion to Bell, and that's where we sit at 14 apiece.
Yeah, we know JoJo's a competitor. We saw him on his home field when they beat Silsbee that day. And we told you these guys were serious about this before the ball game, and they're playing like it.
So they will punt the ball here. Reaganwood set just beyond the 30-yard, inside the 30-yard line.
Look at this formation. Three guys.
Three back to receive for the Hawks. Deep snap, the punt is up and away. This time Reagan, a nice punt. It's going to sail around the 30-yard line, takes not even a bounce, just basically bounce and stops right there. They shouldn't touch it, they should let the clock run out, and they do, and that's halftime, 14 apiece. When we come back, the interview with Miss Missy from the Austin Acoustic, part of the Legends Football League. Can't wait to talk to her. We'll have some more information and then also do a halftime wrap-up. You're watching Gridiron Glory Alumni Football presented by SHN Sports. We'll be right back after this. This broadcast is under the direction and is copywritten by the Shoning Hip Network. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, use of sound bites and interviews, and use of any other content, including audio or video, without the direct written consent and permission by the Shoning Hip Network is strictly prohibited and protected by federal and copyright laws. All rights are reserved by the Shoning Hip Network and SHNSports.com. Welcome back to Gridiron Glory Alumni Football here at halftime. Just underway. We have a tie ball game, 14 apiece. I'm here joined by Miss Missy Bork of the Austin Acoustic football team, part of the Legend Football League. So it's exciting to have you up here with us at halftime. You guys, just a phenomenal league that's going on, and y'all are starting this season, I believe, at the Cedar Park Center. Is that correct?
We are. Actually, we are a brand new team. We're all rookies, and we came together last September. We're still bringing in girls almost every other week as girls, kind of come out and get injured. And, I mean, we've got a full roster. We've got 20 girls right now, and we're doing pretty good.
So you guys wear pads out there, of course.
We do.
Okay.
We wear helmets and shoulder pads, and then we wear knee pads and elbow pads.
And that's it.
That's all we got.
So, see, it's a great family venue. So get out there to support them. Again, you guys are starting to play. You ladies are starting to play at the Cedar Park Center. That first game is going to be on April the 30th. But before we get into that, Missy, what got you into doing this? I know you were named Miss Austin, I believe, Miss Texas.
Yes.
So you hold those two titles.
I do.
Pretty amazing. So how did you go from Miss Austin, Miss Texas, into the Austin Acoustic Football League?
Well, so this is actually my third year playing football. I started playing for the Austin Angels. It's something I've always wanted to do. Since the age of 11, I've always wanted to play football. My mom was like, "You're a pageant girl. That's what you're going to do." And, so I kind of, brushed it on the rug for a little while. And then I heard about the Austin Angels, and I tried out for that team, made that team. My second year, I tried out for the Austin Inferno and had an amazing season with them. And then this year, they opened up the Legends Football League in Austin. And, I was officially done, but the LFL, I mean, this is the NFL of football for women. I had to go for it. Now,
I heard that this Legends Football League started as kind of a halftime show during a Super Bowl years ago.
Correct.
And that was started when?
Oh, gosh. I think it was in 2012.
Okay, so not too long ago, but it's already taken off. It's like a worldwide phenomenon now.
It's huge. We have 8 teams. So the Western Conference, we have 4 teams, and 4 teams in the Eastern Conference. We will end up playing the New England Liberty, which is in the Eastern Conference. That'll be our April 30th game.
Awesome. And so talking about that April 30th, is that going to be at the Cedar Park Center? Is this going to be a home game for you ladies?
Yeah, that will be our first home game. Our first game is actually April 9th. We play the Seattle Mist. They are the LFL champions from last year. So that'll be the home opener for the LFL.
And you've been playing for 3 years now, is that correct?
This is my 3rd year.
Okay,
yes.
perfect. And so if someone wants to go out there, because I know a lot of guys are going to want to go out there and watch you ladies, especially. It's going to be fun.
Of course.
So when you guys play, when you ladies play, how can someone go about getting tickets to these games?
Okay. Well, you can contact any one of the players. You can follow us on Facebook, Austin Acoustic. You can look us up on Facebook. Contact any of the players. All of us have tickets. You can get them through Ticketmaster. You can get them through the Cedar Park Center, through their website. There's a few different ways you can go about doing it.
So another question here, Missy. Are you kind of like the captain of the team?
Not necessarily the captain. I'm actually named the market manager, so I kind of help round up the girls and get them to events and make sure, we're representing the team to the best of our.
But you play also.
I do play.
Okay.
I am a running back.
All right, awesome. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So how do you go? So you're in it now.
Yes.
Your mom finally was like, whatever, do whatever.
Yeah.
It's okay, whatever. But then you move on. How do you get other girls to get into this and play this? Where do you find them at? Let's say someone out there is watching this and say, well, I would love to do that.
Yeah.
How would they get into that? How do you round them up?
Well, we hold open tryouts. We held 2 open tryouts this past year, and so you're more than welcome to come out to those. We usually have anywhere from 50 to 60 girls that come out, and only 20 girls are on the roster, so it's pretty competitive. The girls that come out, it's no joke. We have some amazing, talented girls on the team. So you can come out to any one of those tryouts, or you can contact the coaches or the LFL commissioner, and we can have you come out to one of the practices.
I quit football in 9th grade because I was a little scared. I was scrawny then, about 100 pounds if I was that. And I'll tell you, I would not want to get out there on the field with you ladies because y'all would break bones even now that I'm getting up there in a little bit of weight. So with you guys in that league, what is the size of the football there? Is it smaller? Is it the regular size of a football? How does that work?
It's a junior size football, and because they're custom footballs, they say the LFL on them, it's a little – how do I say? It's more of like an oblong shape. Like it's kind of a little bit longer than a normal junior size. So
okay.
It's
and
specific
so
for us.
in this league, kind of, everybody thinks football. They start thinking of a field like this. Mm-hmm. Some people may think of arena football. What size field do you play on? How does it compare to a high school or an NFL type football field?
Oh gosh, the field. So it's arena style. It's a 50-yard field, and your out is basically a girl in the wall. So a girl has to make contact with you in the wall. We do have kickoff, and we've got 3 girls on the line, 2 receivers, and 1 back, and 1 cornerback.
Growing up, were you into football?
Oh my God, I love football. I was a cheerleader.
But did you ever think someday I might be out there playing football?
Oh, never. I heard about the LFL about 5 years ago, and that's when I started looking for a women's team in Austin because I was like, this is my chance. I want to play. So, growing up, I was like, well, whatever. It's something, pipe dream. It's fine. But yeah, it's absolutely amazing. It's something I've always wanted to do, and to be able to do this with these ladies and come together, the bond is just incredible.
Awesome. Well, Missy, this league is definitely taken off. We've talked about it. Even though there's only 8 teams, it is kind of starting to become known as a little worldwide phenomenon now. Also, some of these games are actually televised. Is that correct? Can you tell us about that?
They are. So they're televised on Fuse TV, and you can also watch it live through YouTube. We have a channel that we stream through on YouTube. It's delayed by 1 week, though, so we always just DVR it. But, yeah, you can catch them on Fuse.
Okay, so any other news that we should be on the lookout for? Any other exciting events coming up? I know you guys have that game on April the 30th. Any other information you'd like to tell folks out there?
Gosh, I just want everyone to come out and support the Austin Acoustics. We have a great group of women. It's some amazing and talented women, and it's going to be an amazing season.
And I was reading, do you have a daughter?
I do.
Okay, and what does she think about this?
She is my little mini-me. She's my biggest fan. She's 9 years old. She's actually going to start playing flag football this season. I finally said, okay, you're ready. It's time. She loves to sit and watch football with Mom, and her little brother plays football too, and Dad coaches football, so we're one big football family. But, she's always there. Right behind me. She'll go to practices. She's constantly talking to me about it. She's so excited to be a future LFLer. This is her dream too.
So it's like a family football tradition now, and you've started it for the women. So congratulations,
exactly.
Missy.
Hopefully she's the legacy one day.
Well, awesome. Well, we're really appreciative of you sitting up here with us and talking to us. We're excited about it. We'll help do our job as much as we can to promote you ladies. I'm sure people will show up. It's going to be a blast. Again, thank you for taking time to meet with us, Missy, and we can't wait for that season. Again, that first game, April the 30th?
April 30th, Cedar Park Center.
Awesome. And what time is that game?
7 o'clock.
7 o'clock. So get out there. We're looking at you in the eye. Get out there. Support these ladies, but don't get in their way because they'll run you over. Thanks a lot, Missy. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
And Matt will send it back out just for a quick timeout. About 4 minutes to go. That was Miss Missy Bork. A great job that these ladies do. And again, tonight they're down there helping out as well. So we appreciate them. We'll be right back. You're watching Gridiron Glory Alumni Football here on SHN Sports, presented by SHN Sports. This broadcast is under the direction and is copywritten by the Shoning Hip Network. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, use of sound bites and interviews, and use of any other content, including audio or video, without the direct written consent and permission by the Shoning Hip Network is strictly prohibited and protected by federal and copyright laws. All rights are reserved by the Shoning Hip Network and SHNSports.com. We're going to flip it back over to the field now as the Austin Acoustics are down on the field now, and Missy is announcing them. We're going to send it over there and let you listen in on this as well.
Running back, wide receiver. Brenda, tight end, defensive end. Tiffany Merritt, tight end, defensive end. Tiffany Zimmerman, tight end, defensive end. Anna Garza, quarterback. Tisha Winfrey, quarterback. Tanya Zinash, running back, corner. Kat Lindy, wide receiver, corner. And me, running back. After the game, you can find your favorite player to find out more information about our upcoming game on April 30th at the Cedar Park Center against the New England Liberty. They'll be running around, so make sure you find one of us. Thank you.
As you just heard, once again there, Missy, the games are going to take place. That first one on April the 30th at the Cedar Park Center. It's going to be pretty exciting there, Matt. And I'll be honest, man, I'd like to go out and watch that. I just don't know if my girlfriend will let me. So it'll be fun, man.
It is decent brand of football. I've seen, I don't have views, but I have seen some YouTube clips, and it's exciting. I mean, like I said, they play on a 50-yard field like arena football. I love arena football, obviously, but you know, they have those pads and everything. The ball's a little bit smaller, but the fans get into it. I've seen Australia really embrace this whole Legends football thing. They, over there down under, they show the games weekly, and down there in Australia, and the fans have really taken to it there, and now it's starting to get more popular in the U.S.
I bet guys like Aaron Baines, used to play for the Spurs, and then
Big Banger.
And you got the Big Banger down there, and then also Patty Mills. You know that they eat that up down there, man. So what a wonderful league, wonderful people. We're excited that George Cox and Gridiron Glory Alumni Football able to bring them here tonight. Again, they're running the chains down there. They're not just here to look pretty. They're down there doing some work. So we're excited about it.
I think that's your third professional team to play in Cedar Park Center, right? We talk Austin Spurs, Texas Stars. Now you have the Austin Acoustics as well.
Absolutely. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, the kickoff of the third quarter, you're watching Gridiron Glory Alumni Football presented tonight, the state championship here on SHN Sports. Welcome back to Gridiron Glory Alumni Football presented by SHN Sports. I'm Rob Hipp alongside my good friend Matt Leschman, Rick Epstein, the public address announcer tonight, broadcasting from beautiful Kelly Reeves Athletic Complex. Again, a special thanks to our wonderful friends in the Round Rock Independent School District for this beautiful facility and for allowing Gridiron Glory to be here tonight. And a special extended thanks to the athletic director, Mr. Dwayne Wyrick. We appreciate everything that Dwayne does in this area supporting youth and just does a fantastic job throughout the school system here in Round Rock ISD. Just about to kick things off. Again, it's 15-minute quarters. We have a tie ball game. The Georgetown Eagles and the Hardin-Jefferson Hawks, 14 apiece. And Georgetown will be set back to receive here the opening kickoff. It's going to be Rocha rack around the 10-yard line. Matt?
Yeah, and Rob, just like we said, a close ball game, state title game, 14 all. Which team will emerge victorious here in the second half? Scoring in that first half, pretty easy to wrap it up. Acapulco, a 4-yard run. Baker, the kick, 7-0 at the 5:59 mark. Then Hardin-Jefferson got within 7-6 on a Bell 4-yard reception from Velika. The 2-point conversion failed. Georgetown responded in the second quarter. A 22-yard reception. Woods from McKelvey. Baker added the kick. It was 14-6, and then right before halftime, 36 seconds left, DeArmond, a 68-yard reception from JoJo Velika. Bell caught that 2-point conversion. Rob, we're at 14 all.
Low kickoff here. It drops around. Georgetown going to let it go. Whoa, did he get that before it went out of bounds?
He did.
He did.
That's
and
not a smart play.
It's going to be at the 29-yard line, and he's looking at him. The Georgetown over there player looking at him was saying, hey, man,
Well,
Patrick Edwards was wondering, why did you do that?
He cost him a yard or so.
Yeah, not much.
It's not an unforgivable sin. Was better off to let it go out, but we will see the Eagles start off at the 29.
This will be the 6th possession of the evening for the Georgetown Eagles, the first possession for either team here in the third quarter of play. We appreciate you watching here tonight. Again, Gridiron Glory Alumni Football Tournament Edition, the state tournament presented by SHN Sports. Rob Hipp alongside Matt Leschman. Matt, glad you made it out here, man. It's a beautiful Saturday night for football.
Yeah, it's beautiful, and see our man JoJo Velika is making a case for MVP with 2 touchdown passes in that first half of play. We'll see what transpires here in the third and fourth quarter as Murillo leads Georgetown's offense back onto the field at the 29.
That's where Georgetown will take over on their own 29 yards. So 71 to go here for the Georgetown Eagles. Trying to answer the call after JoJo Velika and the Hawks were able to put one in right before the halftime to tie it up and that huge 2-point conversion.
Yeah, defensive breakdown at the end of the half for Georgetown. They want to make up for that.
Murillo lines up in shotgun. 2 receivers down to the left, 1 up top to the right. The handoff to the back. It's Acapulco. Running on the far side, trying to dodge around a defender. Finally brings him down after a nice 7-yard pickup on that play.
Good yardage to the right side. Good blocking. Acapulco. Keep wanting to call him Acapulco. It's just so much easier, but
I keep wanting to say acapello.
yeah, acapella, whatever.
I keep wanting to call him acoustic.
So all kinds of similar words. Call that a gain of about 6, 2nd and 4. Now the playbook opens up. You can run or pass here with 2nd and short.
In motion is Rice. Instead, the delayed handoff over to the back in the backfield, and he's brought down for maybe a gain of 1 on the play.
Yeah, that didn't work very well. They tried to decoy Rice. Jeff coming across left to right, but Hawks defense not fooled, and now they have a chance to get a big stop here early in the second half.
Going to be 3rd down and 2 here for the Georgetown Eagles. Coming onto the sidelines is Hunter Shipp. Had that big tip earlier in the game on the punt.
Yeah, blocked punt to his credit. It was a big
Murillo
play.
Into the huddle. They break. On the near side is going to be Tremel Fitzgerald. 2 receivers up top to the right.
Will we see Acapulco here? Yes.
It is. The handoff to Acapulco. He lowers his head, barrels his way down, and the line
got
judge marks him close to the first down. We'll see where they officially spot the ball here. It's just inside the 40 at the 41, and it is a first down, Georgetown.
Well, Rick's calling it a first down, so must be.
What Rick says goes. When you're under the lights, you're under the lights, my friend.
And we are. So there you go.
And they actually mark it down at the 40-yard line.
Yeah, that's interesting. It looked like he was a little short of that, but Georgetown will take it. Clock runs. New set of downs at the 40.
Clock approaching 13 minutes now. 2 minutes gone in the third quarter. On the far hash mark, Murillo in its shotgun, trips up top to the right, one receiver down to the left. Man in motion is Rice. The handoff is to Rice. Rice brought down immediately. A big tackle right there by Hardin-Jefferson.
Rice was definitely cooked on that one. Big loss of 5.
Lane Connor, I presume the brother of Skylar Connor, bringing him down, and that's going to be a big second down and 15 here for the Georgetown Eagles.
Yeah, tried to use Rice's speed to get him out to the edge, but just a better play by the Hardin-Jefferson defense. If he could have gotten around the edge, might have been a big gain, but nothing doing, 5-yard loss.
Fitzgerald lines up on the near side alongside Jeff Rice. 2 receivers also up top to the right. Murillo in its shotgun. Acapulco offset as his back to the left. Murillo looking over to the right side and trying to pass, and he is just going to keep it, runs out of bounds. He'll be well short of the first down marker, and Georgetown is going to be set up for third down and long here.
It'll be third down and 8.
That was one of those times where he was contacted out of bounds, and I bet if he would have fallen down, he would have drawn the flag. But he didn't do it.
The ball at the 43-yard line. It's going to bring up
Run the clock.
third down and 7.
There you go.
I kind of like sitting out here in this video deck because they're not looking up at us to run the clock. Sometimes people mistake us for the clock guys.
You must
we
be
get yelled
talking
at.
about Sour Lake,
Yeah.
Texas.
Got a little sour there for a while. Murillo, big third down for Georgetown, 3rd and 7. He's going to pass, steps back, scanning the field, and now dancing around. He's going to keep it here. Nice move by Murillo, and he's going to be stopped a yard short at the 49-yard line. With Georgetown's run game here, I would say give it to Acapulco, let him push it through, get the yard and the first down on 4th and 1.
Definitely. I agree with you 100%. Nice decision there by Murillo not to throw it down into tough coverage. Just tuck it down and run. Nearly got the first down. 4th and a full yard, maybe a little more than 1. As you see it right there, the ball just short of midfield.
So hopefully Georgetown can keep this drive alive. They started on their own 29-yard line. Now they're at the 49-yard line, trying to get across that half-century mark, but they've got to do it here on 4th down. Otherwise, it's going to be a turnover on downs. Look for the handoff to Acapulco. And now we have a timeout by the Georgetown Eagles. We'll leave it right here. 11 minutes to go in the third quarter. Matt, what do you think Georgetown's going to do here?
I would say Acapulco on a quick handoff would be the play to call. Something that's not slow developing. All you need is a yard. Right up the middle, trust your offensive line to get a yard and move the chains. Take a look there at both teams huddling up. Quite a beautiful evening.
Starting to get a little chilly out here, but
No, I
still
like it.
perfect football weather, man.
Man, I like it. I'm in shorts and I'm very comfortable.
So right now, if we had to call it, Velika so far is the high candidate for MVP. That'll change, though, if Georgetown takes the lead again.
Got a full 26 minutes of football to go. That could change. Maybe not.
Fitzgerald lines up on the near side. 2 receivers up top to the right. Acapulco in the backfield with Murillo. Matt calling for it on the hard count. Georgetown moves. Murillo frustrated there. They called for the hard count. Georgetown moves, and that's going to be a false start. That'll move Georgetown back 5, and now they're almost forced to punt here.
We'll see what they do. I think what they planned there was to try to draw Hardin-Jefferson off sides with a hard count. Hardin-Jefferson didn't move, and it ended up costing Georgetown 5 yards, so it really kind of blew up in your face. Now you're going to go for it on 4th and 6, much, much tougher. When you could have just plowed over for the first down, now you've got to throw the ball.
Yeah, the left lineman flinched there, and as I was calling it, it was a hard count, and that was the call. But unfortunately, Georgetown fell for their own hard count.
Yeah. Well, they stood there for quite a while. I was wondering, and now another timeout. That's Rod. We're going to need those later. Second timeout within the first 4 minutes of the second half. Not great.
Yeah, unbelievable at Georgetown. They just can't get in rhythm here starting things out. They had a good drive going from their own 29 and then down at 4th and 1. All they had to do was cross the 50 for the first down, then the false start moments ago. And now Georgetown with a big 4th down and 6. And I wonder if they're going to rethink this, if they're going to go for it or punt it here.
Well, I think they're out of alignment or personnel wrong or something like that. You wouldn't burn that second time out, but you didn't want to burn 5 more yards on 4th and 6. So no choice but to burn your second time out just 4 minutes into the second half. And we've called enough games to know certain games come to mind this past season where it would have been nice to have some of those timeouts that you kind of wasted.
Georgetown's used up 2 of them here. They only have 1 left for the entire game.
Mr. Ridge comes to mind.
Trips down to the left. Murillo in at shotgun. Akpunko lines up, offset at his back to the left. Georgetown takes off. Murillo scanning, looking, trying to throw into defenders, throws it up. Georgetown's bumped. It's incomplete. No call. Rice was bumped to the ground. He's looking for the call, but that'll be it. Turnover on downs. Hardin-Jefferson takes over here.
Murillo with his hands out, saying, where's the PI call? And not a great end to that drive for the Georgetown Eagle alumni. Burning 2 timeouts on 4th and 1, jumping and causing 4th and 6, and now the momentum turns back to the HJ sideline. You hear their fans making some noise over there, Rob.
More importantly, Hardin-Jefferson takes over in Georgetown territory on the 44-yard line.
They came a long way, and they came to win this ball game. You can tell. They've made their mistakes, but so has Georgetown, and it's a toss-up right now.
First down and 10 from the 44-yard line of the Georgetown Eagles is Hardin-Jefferson. Valika hands off to his back. It's Thomas. Thomas, the tank engine, barreling his way down, putting diesel in the tank and all the way down, down to the 38-yard line. A nice run right there on the opening possession for JoJo Valika, Thomas, and the Hawks.
JoJo wants to move quickly. Feels like he has that Georgetown defense off balance. They're running quick.
Something laying back there on the 45. Valika hands off to Thomas again. Thomas lowers his right shoulder, and this time Georgetown able to stop him for no gain on the play.
Yeah, I think that's Valika had thrown that down, a little towel or something like that behind him. Throw it to the sidelines, but better defense there on second down for Georgetown. Didn't really give up anything.
Valika getting the play call from his sideline, and Jonathan Hodgkiss comes off the field for the Georgetown Eagles. Hard-fought game here by both teams. You get down to the final 2, and this is why these 2 teams are the top 2 here in the Gridiron League. 9:50 to go in the third quarter, tied up at 14 apiece. It's third down, a big third down here for both teams. Defense stop, or will Valika get the first?
That had to be a penalty,
Looking
right?
back, right side, short, no good. Incomplete pass as DeArmond hits the ground.
He had 3 men in the backfield, and someone was moving towards the line of scrimmage at the snap. That's not legal, but nobody saw it.
That's a little Happy Gilmore up to hit the ball there, the golf ball, run up to it and hit it. That's what they were doing. Arena.
You can do that in arena football. You can be across the line of scrimmage. They call the up man. Well, we've seen a lot of 4th downs here tonight, and here's another one.
Looks like about 4th down and 4 here. The snap back, Valika left side, incomplete, Georgetown ball. A little too rushed there, and Georgetown will take back over on downs.
Valika blaming his receiver, but that ball didn't have a chance. So Georgetown gets a reprieve, gets the ball back.
It's another word we've said quite a bit tonight, a reprieve. That may come
Stay
down
of execution.
May come down to the who gets the last reprieve.
Yeah.
The ball at
Well,
the 38-yard line. That's where Georgetown will take over.
it hasn't been a work of art by any means, but good competitive game for sure. Now we have McKelvey steps back on the field, Rob, at quarterback.
It's McKelvey back out there. 2 receivers up top to the right. Man in motion is Jeff Rice. And McKelvey's going to keep it on the keeper, able to dart his way forward and makes a little something out of nothing up to the 40-yard line.
Only about 2. I think we might have timeout for injury.
As a Georgetown Eagle player, he's moving down there, but you can tell he's in a little bit of pain. Coach Moore talking things over with John McKelvey and making his way to make sure his Georgetown player's all right. We'll take a quick break as well here. 9:19 to go in the third quarter. We'll be right back here on Gridiron Glory Alumni Football presented by SHN Sports. This broadcast is under the direction and is copywritten by the Shoning Hip Network. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, use of sound bites and interviews, and use of any other content, including audio or video, without the direct written consent and permission by the Shoning Hip Network is strictly prohibited and protected by federal and copyright laws. All rights are reserved by the Shoning Hip Network and SHNSports.com. Welcome back to Gridiron Glory Alumni Football presented by SHN Sports. The injured Georgetown player able to walk back on his own power. That's a good sign. And it's going to be second down and long here for the Georgetown Eagles. 9:18 to go. Rob Hipp alongside Matt Leishman here in the third quarter. Matt?
Yeah. That little break. 2nd and 8. Georgetown at their own 40. Looking to take the lead once again in the ballgame.
I believe it's McKelvey still out there as quarterback. 2 receivers to either side. Rice in motion, crossing over. The fake delayed handoff to Rice. Instead it goes to Georgetown back. I believe that may have been Chadley Jackson. And he will be stopped for no gain on the play. Greg Sahabi coming in there.
Yeah.
Greg had that interception earlier, I believe, as well.
Having a good game, and Rob, I got to think one of these times they might hand it off to Rice. With the full head of steam, he might be able to get around the outside. So far, not able to do it, and every time they fake that, it really hasn't worked. And now that Georgetown is faced with a 3rd and 8 situation, so I want to see if McKelvey can make another accurate pass like he did in the second quarter.
Trips down to the right. It's Tramel Fitzgerald, Reagan Woods, and Jeff Rice. One receiver up top to the left, or to the right. McKelvey scanning over, looking, has his man on the flat. It's Reagan Woods. Reagan spinning around, trying to pick up that first down. He's going to be stopped short of it, though, at the 46-yard line, and it's going to bring up 4th down and short for Georgetown.
Well, here we are right back in deja vu situation. 4th and 2, just short of midfield, about the 46, and let's see if Georgetown can execute better this time around. Yep.
We'll see what they have here, as they do appear that they will line up to go. No, they will punt.
Now that surprises me a bit.
Reagan Woods is going to be the punter, and set back deep to receive is Dennis Moore for the Hardin-Jefferson Hawks. The ball on the near hash mark. The punt up and away. It's going to take a bounce, and it will go out of bounds right at the 15-yard line. We'll see if that's where they mark him, and they do. A nice punt there by Reagan Woods, and that's where Hardin-Jefferson will take over.
It's a good job to pin him back deep, not give the returner a chance to get his hands on the football. Nice job by Reagan Woods, excuse me. And look at that gold shine on that football. Rob on the sidelines, he's about to pick it up. Man, they look like it's made of gold.
That's how we roll here. That's how George Cox Gridiron Glory rolls.
Man.
He does it right.
Only the best.
He does it right, man. He wants to, that's the thing I like about George and what they do at Gridiron Glory, and not just because we've been honored and blessed to broadcast for them here, these alumni games, but he does it right. He makes it real for the players, for the fans. He just does it right.
Yeah, looking down, looks like a nice crowd supporting Georgetown down. We know at Kelly Reeves we have the seats very close to the field. A few people drifted up into the center section here as well. So pretty nice showing tonight. Good close game here, third quarter.
It's going to be 1st down and 10 for the Hawks on their own 15. The handoff, the flag. And that one's probably coming back. Still on his feet
Goodness.
is Kennebrew, and Kennebrew's probably going to be knocked back because
That's a great call. Snap back and the flag. Seen a few of those yellow hankies on the turf tonight. They're talking to Georgetown. I believe he may have another penalty on HJ. No.
it's going to be against Georgetown. An offsides penalty.
Actually, I think
No.
unsportsmanlike.
Yeah, it is sportsmanlike the way he signaled that, and that's going to bring the ball all the way up, a 15-yard penalty to the 30-yard line. Wow.
Automatic first down out to the 30-yard line. First and 10 Hawks.
Well, we've seen Hardin-Jefferson plagued by those. Georgetown gives one back to him right there. Not sure exactly what happened, didn't see it, but officials quick to nip it in the bud and give the Hawks the benefit of 15 free yards.
Boy, this third quarter is just dragging on. 7 minutes to go in the third. We've got a tie ball game, 14 apiece. First down and 10 for the Hawks on their own 30-yard line. Man in motion is Michael Warnell. The pass and the drop. Incomplete right there, not able to hold on to it. The intended receiver, I believe, was Warnell.
Yep. Nothing fancy right there, just trying to set up a screen, but not able to do it. Yeah, you're right. This third quarter's kind of been injuries, timeouts, penalties. Slows down the game.
The ball on the near side hash mark at the 30-yard line. JoJo Velika and the Hawks. Second down and 10. Georgetown defense trying to hold here. Velika handoff to Warnell. Warnell trying to dance his way around. Picks up 2 up to the 32-yard line.
Yeah, and as we've seen all night, Rob, that Georgetown run defense, very stout. Not easy to run on those guys. Seen a couple breakdowns and pass coverage, but for the most part, it's been a solid defensive effort for the Eagles alumni so far tonight.
It's going to be third down and 8 for the Hardin-Jefferson Hawks. We'll see if the Georgetown defense can hold here. This drive started out on their own 15-yard line. And really the ball is only advanced due to that big penalty. Velika lines up under center this time. 2 receivers up to the left, 2 down to the right. He's going to roll to his right. Georgetown chasing him, throws it up at the 40, in and out of the hands, incomplete pass. Great defense by Georgetown. The intended receiver, Michael Warnell, couldn't come up with it. It'll be 4th down, and Hardin-Jefferson should punt here deep in their own territory.
Yeah, you would think so.
Set back to receive is Michael Rocha for Georgetown.
You see DeArmond come from his wide receiver position and go back into punt formation. Earlier, Rob, he saw Ship get his hands on one for Georgetown. He's right there on the line, chomping at the bit once again, maybe to try to break through and get another block.
The ball in between the hash marks now. As DeArmond set back to punt this ball. A deep snap, not even set. That's going to be a penalty. The punt, deep punt. Going to drop inside the 25-yard line, and Rocha's going to run with it. On the near side, crossing over the 40, has room across the 50, still on his feet. Down to the 40, the 30, he's got one man to beat, the 20, the 10, the 5, the touchdown! What a run, what a run, what a run right there! On the return, Michael Rocha!
That flag's going to be against Hardin-Jefferson.
Georgetown can decline that, and that'll be a punt return there from the 25-yard line, a 75-yard punt return.
I'm calling it 70. Either way. Boy, he tight-roped the sidelines, but able to stay in bounds. Beautiful play. You hear the Georgetown crowd. Man, they're excited. That was a great play. First score of the third quarter.
Good job there by Rocha on that return, and Gino Baker set to kick the extra point. Low snap, dropped it, and
Just
gonna have to
toss it.
look here. Georgetown trying
Whoa.
to make something out of nothing. Over to the left corner, has a man. What a, in and out of the hands there as Hunter Ship almost pulled it down on a botched snap, and they'll have to settle there. No point converted. That would have been amazing, Matt.
Yeah, and I wonder if that point might come back to haunt you later. Ship actually should have caught that ball. What an unbelievable job by McKelvey, the holder. Buying time like Manziel in his prime. Running around back there. It reminded me of Manziel against Alabama a few years ago. Tossed it across his body and had a guy, but unfortunately not able to haul it in.
5:39 to go in the third quarter. Georgetown regains the lead by 6, 20-14. I'm Rob Hipp alongside Matt Leishman, and this will be the 9th drive, pending the kickoff here for the Hardin-Jefferson Hawks.
And that 6-point difference, you never know how that might play out. That point might be big later on. Seen a few snapping problems tonight for the Georgetown Eagles.
I finally learned how to snap a few years ago, so I don't have that problem.
Yeah, well,
Took a while.
yeah, me too. I didn't learn until I was in my 20s.
Same, man.
I didn't get it.
We got snap deficiency. The kick's up and away. This one should stay in bounds, and
It does.
they're going to field it. It's Philip McIntyre at the 10-yard line. Trying to follow behind his lead blocker, pushing around across the 20. Still on his feet, spinning around, gets it across the 25-yard line. A nice return by McIntyre to the 25-yard line.
He ran 60 yards. All the way across the field, right to left. Takes it out to the 25.
Georgetown, their last, or Hardin-Jefferson's last possession resulted in that punt return for a touchdown. Before that, it was a turnover on downs, and that's where we sit in the third period. Georgetown leads 20-14.
Yep. Interesting to watch the MVP race as the game goes on. If the score wouldn't change, I think you'd have to give it to the man who just scampered 70 or 75 down the field, but we've got quite a bit of time left.
A lot of time left. Coming back onto the field is Michael Hernandez for the Georgetown Alumni. Leak of the pitch over to his back, plowing his way through. Nice run by O'Shea Kennebrew.
That's one of the best runs all night for Hardin-Jefferson, able to get about 7 against a stout Georgetown Alumni run defense.
Actually, that may have been Warnell. I didn't catch the. I think that may have been Dominic Thomas on the carry. I didn't see the other number there, so sorry about that. A great run by Dominic Thomas. Uses his big frame,
Yeah,
picks up about 7 on the play.
We're quite high in the sky here, and those numbers not the easiest to see. Red on white jerseys for Hardin-Jefferson, as you can see.
Second down and short here for the Hawks. On the near side hash mark, the handoff. This time it does go into the hands of Kennebrew, and Kennebrew lowers his shoulders, picks up enough for the Hardin-Jefferson first down at the 35-yard line.
Well, that's 2 good runs in a row. Moves the chains. Fresh set of downs for Hardin-Jefferson. Trailing by 6 as we move down to about 4.5 minutes in the third.
Don't forget that Gridiron Glory does have that all-Glory alumni team, the all-alumni team. And so these guys, not only do they play for their team, but they play as individuals as well, trying to get on that all-Glory team.
Right.
That time the handoff to number 32, Dominic Thomas, and he gets stopped immediately by the Georgetown Eagles for a loss of about 3 on the play. A nice tackle there by Joseph Aplow.
Yeah, Aplow. Plowed him on that play. Draw play did not work. Georgetown did not over-pursue. Played it perfectly. Loss of 3.
That's why his last name ends in ow. He put the ow in Aplow.
O-W. Ow.
Ball at the 32-yard line. Again, a loss of 3 on the play. It's going to bring up second down and 13.
They're yelling his name from the stands. Ow.
Where'd I go? This
Oh,
time,
that
a
is
delayed handoff as they were trying to do something, and somehow making something out of nothing is Kennebrew all the way down, about an 8-yard gain on the play. What a run right there after some miscommunication from Velika to Kennebrew.
That play looked doomed from the start, Rob. A big loss, and somehow Brew able to escape the pile.
Put a little hops on that play and brewed his way in for 8.
Nice hops. Not bad barley. Yeah, that looked to be third and a long way coming up, and instead 3rd and 2.
2:46 to go in the third quarter. Georgetown with a 6-point lead, but Velika and the Hawks threatening on the first down. And it's the keeper this time. Velika lowers his shoulder and gets the first down to the 47-yard line.
I was wondering on 3rd and 2, would they go to Brew? But instead, it's JoJo taking it into his own hands and getting 3 yards when he needed 2. Impressive start to this drive, Rob, for the Hawks as they're now up to the 46, trailing by 6.
Chris Vasquez makes his way back to the sideline. I think I see a young lady I know, Miss Jordan Pierce, down there. She's Jordan Pearson wearing a Chris Vasquez t-shirt. Velika, fumbled snap. They've got a fall on it. Do they? Yes, they do pick it up. In the backfield, making something out of nothing, trying to get back to the original line of scrimmage. A nice job right there by Michael Warnell, because that could have been a turnover to Georgetown. Warnell luckily able to pick it up, Matt, and instead of it being a huge loss, it's only going to be a loss of about 5 or 6. So,
yeah, nice hands, because there were a bunch of guys trying to grab that football, and somehow Warnell able to pick it up, not only grab it, didn't elected not to fall on it, but instead picked it up, came out to the side, but it will be a loss of about 6, like you said. And clock is stopped. Went out of bounds. Well, they run it.
ball on the 40-yard line. 2nd down and long for Hardin-Jefferson. Velika under center. Looking to pass, but the whistle will put a stop to that. And a false start against Hardin-Jefferson. And once again, the penalties here hurting the Hardin-Jefferson Hawks as they have a nice drive mounted here, but they're going to go back 5 more, Matt.
Plenty of penalties, more than 10 on the night for the Hawks. Don't have that exact number, but it's too many if you're a Hawks fan, for sure.
Second down and very long for the Hardin-Jefferson Hawks. Velika, the quick pass out to Warnell. Warnell trying to pick up a few yards, and that he does, but it's going to bring up a very long 3rd down here for Hardin-Jefferson.
Well, try to set up the screen, but Georgetown had that one read, and just a very short gain. Looking to maybe break a big one and get 1st down, but now it's going to be 3rd and quite long.
3rd down in San Antonio. They're going that direction.
I'd call it Buda.
Not a big fan of Buda. I'm just kidding. They got Cabela's, man. They're good people down there. Just joking. I know some folks down there. We used to call it Buda growing up to annoy my father. Under center is Velika.
Oh.
Yeah, and that's going to be another false start there.
Whoa.
Georgetown just plowing their way in, and boy, Velika gets thrown. That's a dangerous play there. As Velika, he got thrown down pretty hard.
3rd, and now we'll call it Kyle. 5 more yards.
Mr. Against the Doctor down there got hit hard. It's going to be 3rd down and about 23 now for the Hardin-Jefferson Hawks. 40 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. Clock running. Georgetown leading 20-14. Rocha for Georgetown, a defensive back near the 50-yard line. He's protecting that zone back there. Velika passes to Dominic Thomas. Thomas still on his feet, crossing over the 50. They're going to say he's right down at the 50. A big catch and run after the catch right there by Dominic Thomas, but he's going to be short of the 1st down, but they'll go for it here on 4th.
4th and 6. You got a lot of yardage there, and now you have the opportunity to get the 1st down.
17-yard gain. And that'll be the end of the third quarter. The Georgetown Eagles holding on to a 6-point lead. When we come back, the final frame as the Hardin-Jefferson Hawks are driving here on 4th down. We'll be right back. You're watching Gridiron Glory Alumni Football live on SHN Sports.
This broadcast is under the direction and is copywritten by the Shoning Hip Network. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, use of sound bites and interviews, and use of any other content, including audio or video, without the direct written consent and permission by the Shoning Hip Network is strictly prohibited and protected by federal and copyright laws. All rights are reserved by the Shoning Hip Network and SHNSports.com.
We're back here for the fourth quarter of play. The Georgetown Eagles holding on to that 6-point lead. You're listening to Gridiron Glory Alumni Football presented by SHN Sports. This is the State Alumni Championship Tournament. Rob Hipp alongside Matt Leishman. And Matt, we've seen a good one so far here as both defenses able to kind of hold back and forth. It's been some costly turnovers, though, that has given Georgetown the lead here. And a nice, actually, special teams play.
Yeah, big punt return. And now a big, big play. Hardin-Jefferson, 4th and 6 at midfield. Big, big play to start the fourth quarter, Rob.
That's how we will start the fourth here on this big play. 4th down and 6 after a 17-yard completion. Dominic Thomas. And now the action for Hardin-Jefferson from right to left. Well,
got to think maybe is the play clock running on the field, because getting a lot of time now. What's going on?
Officials here look like they're going to talk something over. Chris Vasquez firing up his team on the sideline. Georgetown getting their fans over here fired up as well. Rallying for this 4th down stop. And now everything gets quiet just as soon as it got loud. See Coach Travis Moore down there on the bottom of your screen. And then see the green shoes there. I think that's Centron Jr.
All right.
He and Rocha, man, you can spot them easy with those shoes and socks. Rocha's got the neon green gloves and socks.
Not sure what that was all about, but here we go, 4th and 6.
4th and 6 from the 50-yard line. Action from right to left now. Velika under center, 2 receivers to either side, has a back behind him. And now Georgetown moves in. There should be a flag there. Hey, there is, and that's going to be a first down for. No, it's going to be 4th down and 2.
Yeah, 4th and 1. Rob, it'll take it down to the 45.
Yeah, it is 4th
Boy,
down.
you just made it really easy, much easier for Hardin-Jefferson. That's a costly penalty if you're Georgetown. I mean, they're anxious. It's 4th. You want to make a big play, but you cannot jump off sides in that situation. Now, the odds probably 50-50 of 4th and 6, and now you're probably 80-20.
Yeah, and remember Velika moments ago on the keeper.
Right.
Got the first down on 4th down. Velika's under center. Look for it again. Velika lowers his head.
Got it.
And Velika appears to have it. Mr. Against the Doctor does it again. He's the doctor of whatever he wants to be tonight, and Velika able to make it happen.
Reminds me of that scene in Happy Gilmore after he gets hit by the Volkswagen. What do I know? I'm just a doctor. Adam Sandler won't listen to the doctor.
Who cares, Joe?
Just
Go
keeps
play
playing.
football. Who cares? Who cares?
Yeah, he's a little more like Terminator 2 than most of us. He's got a little bit of metal.
JoJo's literally Iron Man.
Yeah, he's got a little more in common with Schwarzenegger.
JoJo, we're just JoJoing you, man. We're not joshing you. We're JoJoing you.
Oh, man, he's playing a heck of a game, Rob.
Wonderful game so far. MVP Tide switching back over to his favor. Rolling over, JoJo looking on the right side, and he's going to be drugged down. That should have been a face mask there. It is, as JoJo was grabbed by the face mask, and that's going to be a penalty and an automatic first down. And
Right.
Georgetown throwing up their hands, but boy, all over him. Datrick Edwards had his hand on the helmet the whole time.
Yeah, that was easy to see without even binoculars from here.
JoJo takes off his helmet.
That will take the ball to the 28-yard line.
Yeah, you can't do that. Not a smart play. Georgetown back-to-back bonehead plays.
And the unfortunate part about it, if you're a Georgetown fan, Rob, is that was going to be a sack for a loss of 10 yards.
Yep.
Instead of minus 10, you give them plus 15. That's a big, big yardage turnaround right there.
Moving the ball forward.
And let's face it, neither one of these teams tonight has helped each other penalty-wise. I mean, there's been unsportsmanlike, jumping off sides. I mean, there's been some undisciplined play.
Ball at the 28-yard line of the Georgetown Eagles. JoJo back in and shotgun this time. Trips up top to the right, one receiver down to the left. Man in motion, coming from the right side. Instead, it's going to be a handoff on the inside to Philip McIntyre, and McIntyre is going to be brought down for a gain of only 1.
Offsides on Georgetown, Rob, once again. Jumping too soon. Hardin-Jefferson will definitely accept that.
Boy, a nice turnout tonight for Georgetown Eagle fans. They really started to, they've made their way in here for this one. Not bad for an alumni Saturday night game. Jonathan Hotchkiss is down there talking to some fam down there. Yeah, this is alumni. I'm going to come down here and talk to my peeps. First down and 5. Velika has it. Rolling over to the right side. Throws a dart. It's almost intercepted. That went off the numbers of Georgetown. It was Ernest Miller almost coming up with it. I know Ernest very well.
Ernest should have had it, Rob. He had a beat on it, and it was going to be 6 the other way. Not able to get it, and good job by the Hardin-Jefferson receiver. Didn't see who that was. Maybe Watson out there to get his hand in there and prevent the interception. Velika did not quite have the zip on that one that he needed.
13:22 to go in the ball game. Hardin-Jefferson threatening again the red zone. Georgetown leads by 6, 20-14. Velika goes under center. 2 receivers to either side, hands off. And it's Dominic Thomas fighting for yardage. He has the first down inside the red zone to the 17-yard line, Matt.
Yep, nice job right up the middle.
It's not a riddle when he runs up the middle. You know what's going to happen, a first down.
Riddle me this. First and 10 now at the inside the red zone at the 16. And what's really interesting, Rob, is that if Hardin-Jefferson is able to punch this across, can't kick to take the lead. They'll go for 2.
When there's a first down to be making, Dominic Thomas is the one to be taken.
Shaking and baking?
Shaking and baking. First down. Handoff. Picks up a couple on the play.
A different running back that time, wasn't it?
Chris Vasquez making his way back onto the field for the Georgetown Eagles. And also for Hardin-Jefferson, Kenneth White coming on. And I would not want to be in Kenneth White's way. That young man can plow through him.
Call that a gain of just about 1. As you saw, Georgetown defense looking to make a big play, holding on to a 6-point lead with 12 minutes to go in the ball game.
Chris Darman lines up on the near side. 2 receivers to either side as Velika's under center. He has Kennebrew in the backfield. He's going to roll over to the left. Nice turn play here, and it's intercepted by Georgetown. What a pick right there as Velika rolled, and coming up with the ball is Paul Guajardo. Wow.
Costly turnover. Man, that is frustrating if you're rooting for Hardin-Jefferson. You move the ball into scoring range, but a big, big mistake there by Velika. And just as I called for Georgetown's defense to make a big play, they responded. Now we'll see if they can drive the field, try to kill some clock, and maybe put this, if you score here, it's going to be tough. You're up by 6.
12 minutes to go, but the way these quarters have been taking, it's,
Could time it with a sundial? Is that what you're saying?
Maybe 3 hours left here in the ball game. 12:05 to go in the ball game. Georgetown back on their own 7. This time the handoff over to Akpunko. Man, fighting his way down, and he's going to have the first down and more all the way up to the 20-yard line. Nice run right there a 12-yard run on first down.
Yeah, beautiful run there. He is a tough runner. Once he gets in the open field, he's tough to bring down. Has to be gang tackled usually. As the Austin Acoustic makes their way out of Kelly Reeves.
Up Georgetown here, lines up. First down and 10 from the 20-yard line. High snap, Murillo. Handoff to Ekpunko again. And this time he is going to be drugged down. A nice defensive play by the 2013 alum, Sean Neal. And that's going to be, they're going to give him forward progress back to the original line of scrimmage, no gain.
Sean said that's how many yards you're getting. Nil.
Yeah.
And he got nil. Well, they'll give him maybe a half a yard.
The ball near the 21-yard line, second down and about 9 for the Georgetown Eagles. Breaking out of the snap, Tramel Fitzgerald up top to the left, down to the right of receiver. It's Reagan Woods, man in motion. The handoff to that man in motion. It's Rice, Jeff, trying to put a step in it, and there's going to be a flag on the play. Jeff had enough for the first down. We'll wait to see. That's going to be a hold against Georgetown, and it'll come back.
Yeah, I think the reason he was able to get around the edge is there was holding. Unfortunate, Georgetown did have that first down, and I've been calling for it. When they finally handed it to Rice, he got a nice gain around the outside, but unfortunately, the reason he got it, holding, and nobody told the officials tonight to let him play.
Yeah.
I mean, we've seen, it's got to be 20 penalties, right?
Quite a few. Luckily, it's turf down there, so those penalty flags aren't turning green from all the times they've hit the grass. 10:26 to go. Georgetown with the 6-point lead, 20-14. And a big second down and long here for the Georgetown Eagles. Murillo, high snap, the handoff to Ekpunko. Ekpunko playing Junko, getting his way down and still on his feet. They're going to give him forward progress up to the 20, or the 18-yard line.
See the clock tick down now to 10 minutes.
Is there a game called Junko or something? I think I'm thinking of Jenga.
Pachinko.
I think it's Jenga.
Jenga?
That does not rhyme with the Punko at all.
Jenga, the game where you take the blocks out.
Yeah.
Plinko on Price is Right.
Price is Right with Bab. Speaking of Bab, I ate at Bob's Catfish down in the park last night. Man, they're good people in Georgetown.
Well, Bob hasn't been on Price is Right for quite a long time.
Wrong Bob.
That's Drew Carey's
Wrong
gig
Bob.
now.
Third down and long for the Georgetown Eagles. Murillo in shotgun, man in motion. Rice. And Rice falls to the ground. Murillo rolls over to the left. Murillo passing, gets hit as he passes, and almost caught on the second effort there by Georgetown. Unfortunately falls incomplete. Georgetown is going to be forced to punt here as they are deep in their own territory.
Yeah. No choice here. 4th and 12 at your own 19 or 18-yard line.
Datrick Edwards makes his way back onto the field alongside Meshach Williamson.
You're going to want Reagan Woods to get off the best kick he can right here.
Jonathan Salcedo also going out there for Georgetown. We try to get everybody in if we can. If we miss you, we apologize, but we do like to try to get everybody that we possibly can. Dennis Moore set back to receive at the 40-yard line for the Hardin-Jefferson Hawks. 9:20 to go in the ball game. Georgetown with the 6-point lead, but Hardin-Jefferson will get the ball back here. The punt up and away. Going to take a bounce just inside the 50. And fumbling around the ball is Hardin-Jefferson, but still able to come up with it and gain some fame on the run back there is Dennis Moore, and he'll bring it all the way up to the 37-yard line.
Sometimes when you fumble a ball like that, Rob, other special teams players tend to let up a little bit, and I think that's what happened that time. Moore able to bring it into Georgetown territory, giving them great field position at the 37. Trailing by just 6 points with 9:02 left in the game. Let's see what JoJo and the boys have in store.
Well, if you'll remember that last drive by Hardin-Jefferson, it was an interception by Paul Guajardo as Hardin-Jefferson was deep in the red zone. This is the 10th drive of the night for the Hardin-Jefferson Hawks with 9:02 to go in the ball game, trying to tie and retake the lead. They're down by 6. It's really crunch time here, even though there's 9 minutes left. They've got to figure out a way here to put some points on the board, get back in this one. And they're going to have to do it on a touchdown because they don't kick the ball.
Let's not forget, Georgetown's used 2 timeouts. Hardin-Jefferson still has all 3 of theirs.
Valika under center. Pitches out to his back. In the backfield, it's Philip McIntyre. McIntyre showing some tire. Gets hit, somehow able to hold on to it still. And he's going to bring the ball all the way up to the 31-yard line. Great run right there after it by Philip McIntyre. Wow.
Man, he earned those 6 yards.
May have to check the face mask on that helmet, make sure it's still welded together.
Check the license plate on that truck. Came through there.
Big Mac put a lick on him.
Man.
Definitely wasn't a Kenworth. That was a Big Mac coming through. I'm not talking about the burger either. Ball on the near side hash mark, the 31-yard line of the Georgetown Eagles. 2nd down and short for the Henderson Hawks. Man in motion. Valika over to the right side, passes this one high and in and out of the hands, out of the reach of Chris Darman. It falls incomplete.
And it may not be too crazy to ask right now, Rob, with 8 minutes to go in a 6-point game, what are the overtime rules for Gridiron Glory?
I think they follow college rules.
Yeah, or high school where they both get possession.
Yeah. $8:13 to go in the ball game. Again, Georgetown with that 6-point lead. It's going to be 3rd down and short for the Hawks. 3rd down and 4, we'll call it. Breaking out of the huddle there. And
big play, 2-down territory, definitely. They've got 2 plays to get these 4 yards.
Terry Harmon snapper as JoJo Valika in shotgun trips to the right. Quick pass out to the right. Throws a dagger, but he's hit and dropped for a loss. Right there, expecting that hit was Michael Warnell, and he went backwards. Going to bring up 4th down and long now for the Hawks. Dakar Williams with the big hit right there, put a lick on him.
Well, that was a big play because he doesn't make that tackle. Warnell probably gets that 1st down, Rob, but instead it's a loss, and now it's 4th and 7. One of the biggest plays in the ball game right here with the clock running. Approaching 7.5 minutes, and can Valika and his team convert?
At the 34-yard line, 4th down and huge. He's got to convert here. Valika steps back, left side, caught, but he dropped it after the big hit by Georgetown. What a job there on the defense by the Georgetown Eagles. Coming up with that big hit was Reagan Woods. I believe it was Reagan. No.
I think it was Guajardo.
No, it wasn't. It was Guajardo. Beg your pardon. It was Paul Guajardo.
Man, he's making his case for MVP.
Goodness
That
gracious.
knockaway right there and an interception. Whew, that was a big play.
Guajardo sent him back to 8-bit Nintendo.
Mike Tyson's punch out?
Yeah.
No. Big play because that would have been a 1st down. I believe that ball was in his hands, and it was the contact that forced it out. Now, Rob, more time has gone off the clock. Can Murillo and the Eagles alumni kill some more clock and get down there and maybe put this game away?
The handoff to the back, sliding around. Awkward tackle there as he kind of rolled over his back, and believe it may have been Chadley Jackson, and it was a nice run there. Picks up 5 on the play.
Yeah, that's what you need. Got the clock running, got a big hunk of yardage there on 1st down. It's a good job by the offensive line. You know, they're tired at this point. They played, pro-style 15-minute quarters, but still out there in the trenches doing the job for the Eagles.
I wonder if Murillo will go back to Jackson on this play. 2nd down and 5, man in motion. It is the handoff to that man in motion. It's Jeff Rice. Rice breaks free. Rice across the 40. He's got a couple to beat. Can he go down to the 20? He's going to be brought down right at the 20-yard line. A huge run by Jeff Rice. Wow. Whoa, mama, Jeff Rice put on the turbines, and you talked about it earlier. When's he going to have that breakout run?
There it was. Big play for Georgetown, and the biggest thing, Rob, is no flags. We've seen so many big plays tonight, negated by flag, but that was just a great job of blocking. Rice turned on the afterburners, big gain down to the 20.
Georgetown here on the far hash mark. High snap, Murillo able to pull it down. And he may just have to run out of bounds here. There's a flag on the play.
Probably going to be holding. And it is.
It was a 46-yard run by Rice moments ago, I believe.
Well, now you move it back 10. And that one's especially hard to take because Murillo was just running out of bounds, not going to gain anything, just a yard or two. But now you put yourself behind the 8 ball, 1st and 20. Fuzzy math.
Start seeing counting all these dots around here. It's going to be 1st down and 15 for Georgetown. Murillo in shotgun. He's got Jackson behind him as the back, with 2 receivers up top. He's going to hand off to Action Jackson. And Jackson's going to be brought down as he's trying to fight for positive yardage, but he's actually going to lose one on the play.
Just want to hold on to that ball.
5:50 to go in the ball game. Georgetown with that 6-point lead, 20-14. This is a good one, Matt.
Very competitive and close, like we thought it would be. These two teams 2 weeks ago, both easy winners in the quote-unquote semifinals. Georgetown over Hayes and Hardin-Jefferson over Granger, easily.
Granger.
Setting up this matchup here tonight, and it's been a good ball game.
Hunter Ship out there for Georgetown as well. Georgetown here lines up, 2 receivers up top to the left. One of them's Jeff Rice. Murillo rolls over to the right, scanning the field, throws down, has a man at the 20, caught. It's Reagan Woods. Reagan Woods trying to battle his way inside the red zone and gets back past the original line of scrimmage and give him a few more. It'll be 3rd down, I beg your pardon, for Georgetown.
Nice pickup there. You were in 2nd and long territory. Now you're in about 3rd and 7, much more manageable territory and back inside the red zone.
The score has it wrong. They're showing it as, now they change it. It was 4th down, and it should be 3rd and 7. They've got it at 2nd and 8. That's wrong. He's looking at the sideline over there instead of at the game. It's 3rd down and 7. Ball in the near hash mark. Georgetown hands off over to Akpunko, and he misdirections back to the right side, and it's going to be stopped for no gain on the play. That will bring up 4th down.
Right.
And they've got it all wrong here.
Should be 4th down right here.
It is 4th down.
Yep. Now
it's 4th down. 4th down. Mind to get this to 10.
4th and about 7 at the 17. Man, I saw Geno Baker kicking field goals and making them longer than this in pregame. They won't rely on him right now to give yourself a 9-point advantage. Rob, the clock's becoming a factor now.
Yeah, it's at 3:36, and if that was a field goal, how far would that be?
That would be 34 yards. Add 17 to the yard line. And now Georgetown will burn their final timeout.
Burn, baby, burn. 3:22 to go. Georgetown, 6-point lead. We'll be right back after this. You're watching Gridiron Glory Alumni Football presented by SHN Sports.
That is their final time.
This broadcast is under the direction and is copywritten by the Shoning Hip Network. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, use of sound bites and interviews, and use of any other content, including audio or video, without the direct written consent and permission by the Shoning Hip Network is strictly prohibited and protected by federal and copyright laws. All rights are reserved by the Shoning Hip Network and SHNSports.com.
Welcome back to Gridiron Glory Alumni Football presented by SHN Sports State Championship Edition, where the Georgetown Eagles have a 6-point lead with 3:22 to go, 20-14. But it is a big 4th down here for the Georgetown Eagles, and they do line up to punt here, Matt, as McKelvey will be the holder,
Field
and
goal.
Gino Baker, beg your pardon, a field goal. Gino Baker will line up for a 34-yard field goal attempt.
4-yard field goal attempt.
It's a big kick, Rob. Could give you a 2-score lead.
Baker on the near side hash mark. The kick is up, and it's left. No good. No good by Baker. Wow.
He had the distance, just pulled it a little left. Saw him making those in pregame, but not able to do it in the clutch, unfortunately, for a Georgetown fan. And now, 3:17 left, and JoJo Velika and his crew have new life. I mean, that probably would have iced it right there, but now Velika, can he be the hero? If he leads his team down the field, he's got my vote.
Hey, somebody's got to get a vote. And
The refs?
the way things are going. Oh, wait, we're back to football here. We haven't even pulled out the Kennebrew yet.
Were you talking about the Nevada caucus? I didn't know where it was going. There were like 5 of those today.
Well, we'll see if Kennebrew, I beg your pardon, if Velika can put on some paprika here. Spice it up a bit, if you will. Get this one going. It's from the own 20-yard line. Velika in its shotgun. Gonna pass quickly over to the right side. Too high, in and out. The intended receiver incomplete. Chris DeArmond, the 2011 alum.
Yeah, I'd like to see more connections between Velika and DeArmond. That had that one long one, 68 yards right before halftime. Beautiful pitch and catch.
This MVP is going to be a hard one to pick here. Let's just assume Georgetown wins. What's your choice for MVP?
My choice would be Mr. Michael Rocha with the punt return for the game-winning score.
That kind of got Georgetown exactly back into the rhythm here. But Velika rolls over the right, still live, 3:11 to go, passes. That one dropped in and out of the hands by Michael Warnell.
Yeah, Warnell looks at him and says, my fault, should have had that. Probably would have gotten a first down as well.
Clock at 3:08, the clock stopped.
I mean, what's your thought on that, Rob, if the score stays the same? I mean, you have Acapulco with 1 touchdown. Woods had a touchdown from McKelvey, and then the big Rocha 75-yard punt return that right now is the difference in the ball game. There really, not too many standout performances like we had when Rice and
Murillo had it last time for Georgetown.
Murillo,
Game's still not over, though, as
not by any means.
Velika able to lead his team. The veteran out there, he knows what he's doing. And now there's going to be a delay of game, I believe, against Hardin-Jefferson.
Man, 3rd and 10 now becomes 3rd and 15. That's tough. Tough. Yeah, it was 2 weeks ago that Murillo had 4 touchdown passes. Easy choice that time. But much better defense faced tonight.
Velika quickly scanning the field, and he is still on his feet. He's going to run with it. Velika trying to take it into his own hands. Velika crossing, has the first down. JoJo Velika! Wow! Mama, what a run right there by JoJo. He's making a case tonight, even though he's got those 2 picks, I believe, Matt. He is making a case tonight. He does not want his team to go out of here with a defeat. A big run right there on the keeper by Big JoJo.
Yeah, he got 17 on 3rd and 15, but Rob, you've got 2 timeouts. You've got to watch the clock. They kind of mismanaged at the end of the first half. Still got a long way to go and under 2.5 minutes to go in the ballgame.
Velika under center. This time he's rolling out, and he is hit as he throws the ball down, and Velika is down. Man, he got drilled by the Georgetown back, and I believe on that hard tackle was Datrick Edwards.
Right.
And Velika luckily gets back up. He took his time, but boy, he got drilled.
He's a gamer. Now he's down with hands on knees. He took a shot. You saw it.
And a timeout by the Hardin-Jefferson Hawks. Velika doing everything he can to stay in this one. Man.
That's a timeout right there to kind of get his wind back and try to get his bearings back because he just took a huge shot. Now you get the whole Georgetown team out here. You see on your screen.
Minus 3. They didn't just want to sit on the bench.
Yeah. Almost everyone. But, you still got a situation where that was first down after the big run by Velika. So Still got 2nd and 10, but now we'll have to see how he throws. I mean, will he be affected? That was a big shot, and is he coming off to the sidelines? He is.
Yeah, Velika does head over to the sidelines. Takes his helmet off, but he is walking around. He may just need to gather his breath here. Man, who stepped in as quarterback? I can't see the numbers there.
It's number 8.
It's going to be Marlon Lindsay, the man with the golden voice, golden singing voice. Lindsay steps back, looking, throwing. Deep pass on the right side. And it's up for grabs and falls incomplete. The intended receiver, Chris Armand, and it's going to be 4th down now.
3rd down now.
3rd down, I believe. Beg your pardon.
Man,
for JoJo, for the Hawks.
Throwing arm there. That was pretty impressive spiral down the field, but not able to make the hookup.
Not only can he sing, but he can fling that ball. Velika wants back in.
Yeah, I'm watching Velika, and they are saying no. Lindsay back onto the field. 3rd and 10.
Velika snaps his helmet back on, but it is Marlon Lindsay down there for Hardin-Jefferson. 2:14 to go in the ball game.
Georgetown crowd getting into it.
Huge 3rd down here for Hardin-Jefferson Hawks. Marlon Lindsay in shotgun. 2 receivers up to the right, and now a flag and another penalty, another delay of game. Boy, they are hurting themselves on this drive.
Yep. The Georgetown crowd getting into it. Here we go.
Big 3rd down here in 15. Lindsay steps back. Lindsay scanning the field. Lindsay. Did he lose the ball or did he just go down? He got sacked, and Georgetown on a big 3rd down stop here. The officials blowing the whistles.
Like he had a defender around his ankle. Now we'll get clock stoppage. Timeout Hardin-Jefferson. Well, Rob, after that sack, now you're in dire straits right now. The ball's going to be back around the 20, and you've got to get to the 42. It's 4th and 22. They're going to move that yard marker back to where the sack took place. Is Velika back on the field? Here he comes, man. What a warrior. Oh, is he? No, he's just giving instructions.
Velika's determination, his leadership, unbelievable. Put his helmet back on. He's not even out there playing, but he knew, I'm going to put my helmet on when I go on this field. It's kind of like Ronald Reagan wearing his jacket in the Oval Office. Read a story that he never took it off in the Oval Office.
And you know he's probably really sick over there on the sidelines. He wants to be helping his team, but after the big hit, not able to come back in right now.
Huge 4th down and long for Hardin-Jefferson. Marlon Lindsay in shotgun, trips up to the right. The fumbled snap. Marlon trying to get back on it. He does, and he's sacked in the backfield around the 13-yard line.
Wow, disappointing. If you're a Hardin-Jefferson fan, you just never even really got a chance there. Ball was mishandled, and Rob, there you see a guy that probably doesn't play quarterback that much in there as a sub and not able to handle the snap, got a sack, and then that'll count as a sack as well. Georgetown in the driver's seat. Hardin-Jefferson only 1 timeout. Georgetown at the Hawks' 13-yard line with just 1:57 left.
I was about to say, just a short amount of time here. Georgetown deep in the red zone here. Starting out, they'll be on the 14-yard line. Only the 10th possession for the Georgetown Eagles tonight. 11 possessions for Hardin-Jefferson.
Well, boy, you want to at least give yourself a chance to heave it up. You know, a jump ball is better than what happened there. You know, you didn't even have a shot.
Here we go, the Georgetown Eagles at the 14-yard line. Murillo in shotgun. Then he has Chadley Jackson behind him. The handoff to Ekpunko. And Ekpunko fighting his way ahead for a couple on the play.
Secure the football if you're Ekpunko.
Ekpunko doing what he does. And now we have
final timeout.
Timeout on the field, the final one by the Hardin-Jefferson Hawks. And You know, if they can somehow miraculously come up with a stop here, Matt, they still have a chance. But again, Georgetown able to kick that ball. We did see that missed field goal, 34-yarder, no good by Gino earlier.
It's going to be very tough now because it's second down, Rob, and you're going to run the football definitely. You don't risk putting this up in the air on 2nd and 9. You're down at their end of the field. You're, almost to the 10-yard line.
And they run a 25-second play clock, I believe.
I mean, you can take it down. Even if you ran 3 running plays that didn't get you the first down, there'll probably be 20, 30 seconds left. Going to be very tough.
A lot of heart out here by the Hardin-Jefferson squad. Great group of guys. I'll be honest with you, Matt, I've really enjoyed getting to know several of the players from Hardin-Jefferson, JoJo especially. Wonderful team, great leadership. Just a great group of guys out there. Chadley Jackson on the sideline, of course, for the Georgetown Eagles. The defense out there here.
And you're telling your running backs, secure the pigskin, because this is going to be a handoff.
Brandon
almost
Akpunko.
101% sure of it.
2nd down and 9 for the Georgetown Eagles. Matt Murillo in shotgun. Look for the handoff here to Akpunko. He gets it on the left side, trying to dash around, and he's pulled down. That'll run the clock. He picks up a couple on the play. That'll bring up 3rd down and long for the Georgetown Eagles.
And the most intelligent thing he did right there, Rob, stay in bounds.
It looked like Hardin-Jefferson was trying to push him out of bounds,
but
and
he
he
went down
fell.
on his own. Smart. It's now clock running, 120. 3rd down and about 8. Snap this ball with about 50 seconds left or so. Clock's still running, and they're taking the time. Here comes Murillo into the huddle. Less than a minute to go.
Georgetown quickly to the line here. They don't want to get a delay of game.
Could be a handoff, I'm sure.
Murillo shotgun, and
oh, goodness.
There is a delay of game.
That's
so
what you didn't want to do.
Move them back 5, and also the clock stops here.
Well, you'll still have the benefit of once you snap it and hand it off, you can run quite a bit of the remaining 48 seconds off the clock. But what would you do on 4th? Would you risk a field goal where you could win the game, put the game out of reach, but it could be blocked? So this game not over. We've seen stranger things happen.
48 seconds to go, 3rd down and long for the Georgetown Eagles.
But putting this in the air would be not a good play call.
Coach Moore comes from the coaching pedigree, so he knows what play to call. And Akpunko gets stopped back at the original line of scrimmage. That should bring the clock down to around 15 seconds, Matt, 20 seconds.
Right, and we'll see what they do. 30 seconds, clock running. There's going to have to be another snap, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, they should be. And
I mean, they're
Georgetown may just take the delay of game here.
Well, now they call for wait a minute. He called for a measurement, and they're 10 yards from the first down. That's
makes no sense.
That's not right. Now he runs it, and that's going to be it.
Wow.
I don't think that ended quite.
I'll be honest with you. That's a heartbreaker for Hardin-Jefferson. Georgetown wins this one 20-14. They are the Gridiron Glory state champions, the Georgetown Eagles. We'll be right back as we head down to the field. You're watching Gridiron Glory Alumni football here on SHN Sports.
Gridiron Glory Alumni football is proud to name the Georgetown Eagles their state champions. Teams will meet at midfield for a message and trophy presentation from Gridiron Glory Alumni football owner George Cox, and then we will immediately name the most valuable player.
Welcome back to Gridiron Glory. SHN Sports. Welcome back to Gridiron Glory, Alumni Football and SHN Sports. Matt Leishman back with you at Kelly Reeves Athletic Center, where the Georgetown Eagles alumni have defeated Hardin-Jefferson Hawks tonight, 20-14, in the state championship game, Gridiron Glory Alumni Football. And momentarily, we'll have an interview with the MVP of tonight's game. Stay with us for that. We'll be right back.
Football presented to the Georgetown Eagles. And now the announcement for the most valuable player. With a 70-yard punt return for a touchdown.
There you see Georgetown celebrating with the trophy, as they are the champions for this season.
For all the fans traveling back to the Beaumont area, please drive safely. From all of us at Gridiron Glory Alumni Football, it's been a great game, and congratulations to all who played.
Have an MVP interview momentarily. Rob Hipp down there on the field. Georgetown continues to celebrate the 20-14 victory. They are posing for pictures with the trophy, as you can see. Georgetown able to grind it out tonight, a 6-point win. Not the prettiest game by any means, but that won't matter. They're holding the trophy right now.
I'm down here on the field with Jonathan Rocha, Michael Rocha, my bad, the MVP for the Georgetown Eagles. Hey man, you had that 70-yard punt return earlier, that was the deciding factor in this game, the final score. What was it like out there running that back in the game? You know, an exciting championship game here tonight on the Gridiron. What's it been like coming out here playing football with you, man? Getting back out here on the Gridiron with these guys.
Most people, I grew up playing with these guys.
Like a lot of people out here may not realize, of course the ones that are with you know, because they have to see you going through, man, but a lot of people may not realize how much work and effort you guys put into this. Coach Travis Moore, a great job. What's it been like, again, just with this group of guys, and what's made this season special here with Gridiron Glory? Awesome. Well, Michael, one final thought here. Who do you want to send some love out there tonight? Ladies and gentlemen, Roger here, the MVP. Let's give it up to the Georgetown Eagles.
Not sure how good you could hear that audio, as the microphone was not coming through our feed here, but through the crowd mic. So probably kind of difficult to hear that. But MVP was Michael Rocha after that 70-yard punt return in the third quarter, the only score of the third quarter. That happened with 5:39 to go, and the only score of the second half is the Georgetown defense able to hold on. Hardin-Jefferson moved the ball a few times, especially one time that comes to mind right down into about the 15, 10-yard line. Valika was intercepted by Guajardo, Paul Guajardo, the 2009 graduate at Georgetown. Just a great defensive job there, and Georgetown able to hold on for the 6-point win. And now they're taking the pictures with the hardware. As Rob makes his way back up to the booth, we'll be right back. You're watching Gridiron Glory Alumni Football, where tonight from Kelly Reeves Athletic Complex, Georgetown has defeated Hardin-Jefferson 20-14. We'll be right back on SHN Sports.
Well, again, the final tonight here at the Georgetown Gridiron Glory. Had an interview there with Michael Rocha. Rocha may have not been able to pick it up, but again, he was the MVP. Matt, a great game. The Georgetown Eagles are going to be the state champion here in the alumni football. Matt, really, this is just going to continue to grow. This alumni football league that George Cox does, just going to continue to grow.
Yeah, we've seen like we say all along, seen the good work that he's done across the state as Georgetown continues to celebrate. You can tell this means a lot to these players. And Rob, the only score of the entire second half was that punt return by Rocha. So, well-deserved MVP.
And that ended up being the game-defining play of the game, and he probably had no clue that he was going to be the MVP. So,
probably shocked him like Dexter Jackson for the Buccaneers in Super Bowl 37. He had no idea that he would be the MVP.
Well, Matt, it's been a fun alumni season here. Things still going to rock and roll. Again, it's the 44th game for George Cox and the Gridiron Glory in 43 months. So averaging just shy over a game a month now, and they're going to continue to pick up the pace. We'll be with them along every step of the way. And again, a nice turnout here. Thanks to everybody that came out on site. You know, it does a lot better being here on site, being able to watch this team and cheer on your teams. That's what it's all about. And any closing remarks here, Matt, before we sign off?
Well, yeah, and safe travels to everybody headed back to the Beaumont area tonight. They put up a great fight. We know that team has a lot of heart. Just couldn't quite get it done tonight, but two very evenly matched teams. But your Georgetown Eagles alumni are the Gridiron Glory champions, and no one can take that away from them.
Well, Matt, thanks again for everything that you do. We appreciate everything. And, again, a special thanks to George Cox, the wonderful job that he does. Remember, you can check him out online at gridironglory.com. That's gridironglory.com. And, again, just a great job tonight. What a game. What a lot of great camaraderie out there on the field after the game. JoJo Velika, the leader that he is, and a nice group of guys out there for the Hardin-Jefferson Hawks. They do wonderful work, and again, just a great one tonight all around. So on behalf of everyone here at SHN, Rob Hipp alongside Matt Leishman for Gridiron Glory Alumni Football, Georgetown Eagles, the 2016 state champions here in the state of Texas for Alumni Football. We'll catch you next time on Gridiron Glory Under the Lights.
This broadcast is under the direction and is copywritten by the Shoning Hip Network. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, use of sound bites and interviews, and use of any other content, including audio or video, without the direct written consent and permission by the Shoning Hip Network is strictly prohibited and protected by federal and copyright laws. All rights are reserved by the Shoning Hip Network and SHNSports.com.